Yo, what's up?
Yo, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, what's up? How you doing, Ed? Milanista alert!
There was some music in the background, or I'm connected wrongly with something else.
No, there was music. I was on the phone, guys. Sorry, I couldn't. I was on the phone.
So you go live and you just ignore the 5 people that are watching us like this.
Well, I got a phone call right as soon as the intro of the live was about to end. So, and I had to take the phone call. So
That's fine. That's
I wonder
fine.
what the phone call was.
it was a very important call. Very important. It was Maldini.
Maldini saying to stop talking shit about his work this season.
Yeah, no, it was Maldini telling me that he's gonna get Raspadori next year.
To be fair, he's on loan, so we
Yes.
The deal.
No, he's too busy extending.
So what's going on, guys? How's it going? I'm gonna put the link on the chat too today. It's open live.
Oh, today is open live. I'm not gonna stay more than 1 hour, as Paul is here as well.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
So
What's your problem, Roy? What's your problem?
No,
Yo, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Antonio.
unfortunately, yes.
No, I was
Yes.
saying, guys, Maldini's too busy extending Origi's contract right now. I don't know what you guys are saying.
Exactly, Antonio. Exactly.
Tell him, Antonio. Tell him how good Origi is, Antonio. Tell him.
He's
Extending
Diva.
what?
He's
He has
Diva.
a 5 years. He has 5 years contract. Extending what?
I know.
guys.
No, it's for the 6th year, man. Don't worry.
It's Origi on 4.5 mil or 4 mil, guys, because it's two different things.
Dude, did you guys see he
Doesn't-
tried to do like
what does it
he
matter?
could not score? It was frustrating to watch.
Yeah, he's not.
Let's
He's not
talk
good
serious
physically.
stuff. Let me talk serious stuff for a second. Skira, Nicolas Skira says that Milan made an offer of 16 million for Brahim Diaz. We're getting Diaz, man. That is
man,
a big
that's a
news.
bad deal.
That is a
That's a
big
bad.
news.
Never gonna.
That's a
That's a
great
bad deal.
deal.
Nah, that's a
Lard
bad
was
deal.
right again. Lard was
No,
right
no,
again.
no, no, no,
He
no,
is
no,
gonna
no,
sign Diaz.
Never.
You should be spending 30 to 35 mil for Raspadori, man. Not Diaz. Raspadori is what we need.
Stop it.
Stop doing irony, man. You and Red John,
Raspadori.
we should not
Raspadori is what
All right,
we need.
let's
Diaz should not play for
Guys,
Milan.
Okay,
Guys,
hold on. Let me put some order into this. Okay, so let's talk about this. So yeah, 15 million for Brahim Diaz is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Real Madrid isn't that stupid. They're using us. To develop this player. And if they're going to sell him, they're going to sell him at a much higher price.
Roy,
No,
I'll stop
Madrid
you
will
right
take
there.
it.
I'll stop you right
They're gonna
there.
take it.
Let me stop
They're
Roy.
gonna
Guys,
pull
we're
on
already
it.
getting intense, huh?
No,
We're
it's
getting
not
intense
even. Wait,
here, but I need to stop
just
Roy
1
right
second.
there.
Just 1 second.
One
Let
second.
me answer.
One.
Let me just answer.
Finish.
Nah, calm down, man. I think Madrid is gonna take it because we've got good relations, but they're gonna put like a buyback clause or some percentage of future resale or whatever the case.
Percentage for sure.
Percentage
Yeah,
of
that's
future
what's gonna
resale for sure. For sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that
so-
is what you do with young players when you sell them.
And
But let
Diaz
me
doesn't wanna go
address
to
this
EPL.
situation. Let me address this situation.
One at a
First
time.
of all,
please.
Nicolas Skira is a top tier journalist. So he's like super reliable. Super reliable.
Today he's
Long-
reliable.
Longoni as well.
No, he's always
Longoni
been.
is
No,
running.
he's always been. He's always been. He's always been. In the last 2 years, at least the last 2 years I followed him. I cannot say before because I've been following the guy for the last 2 years. The guy gets it right 99.9% of the time.
Damn.
So, and he says that Milan is making a 16 million offer to Real Madrid. So there is two things to say about this. I'm not saying that we are going to buy Brahim Diaz for 16 million, but that means that Brahim Diaz wants to come and play for Milan. That there is an agreement between Diaz and Milan. So now Real Madrid is going to accept 16 million, 20, 25, 30. I don't know that. But that means that Milan will make an offer and Diaz wants to stay at Milan, which is, I would say that is 80% of the negotiation is already done. Now you need to get the price right for Real Madrid to Real Madrid
to get him.
to get him. And I think Real Madrid, I don't think that Real Madrid is gonna sell it for 16 million. If they're selling it for 16 million, that means they had like an agreement with Maldini. They have a great relationship with Maldini, whatever. But I think between around 20-25 million is gonna be done.
Okay. 2025.
We're not
Yeah.
offering to him.
No, we're not spending 2025.
But so then we're not getting him, guys. There's
But
zero
sorry,
chance
Paul.
we're gonna buy him for 15 million. Zero chance.
Sorry, Paul.
Oh,
Paul,
they can get him.
You,
I
as
think-
a,
I think
you as a
no,
Milan
1
fan,
second.
why do you care 15, 25, 20 million? What is the difference
And
for you?
something
Like me personally, I don't care. But we know this management. If anything, the number's going to be closer to 20.
We
We're not
bought
gonna go
CDK
past
for
20.
37 million. Why you say we know this
And
management?
by the
We're not
way,
gonna get Diaz. I don't understand.
my
why you say that.
Raspadori argument was not let's get Raspadori instead of Brahim Diaz. Let's spend 35 million instead of Brahim Diaz. My Raspadori argument was let's spend 35 million instead of spending 35 million on CDK. That was my argument, not Brahim Diaz. By the way,
Yeah, that's I will take Raspadori, man, for 30 million. I will take Raspadori. I don't mind. I will take Zaniolo for 25 million. I will take Diaz for 25, 30 million. I think these are valuable players. They will give us a lot.
So you take everybody basically. You take everyone.
I'll take the Ketelaere. Let's go.
No.
Are you gonna take Andon? Are you gonna take Andon for 20 million as
Paul,
well?
I'll take anyone that works for the Pioli system.
Well,
Hey guys, I have a question
That's
before
a
we keep
difference.
going. Just announcement:
go
if anyone has seen Hans anywhere in the world, if he's alive and well, please just put it in the chat because we're all concerned for him. We don't
I
know
blame
what
Roy
happened.
for
Fine,
He's been
man.
missing.
He's
I
been
blame
kidnapped.
Roy for this.
Hopefully he's
It's
alright.
Roy's fault. It's Roy's fault, man.
He's on
It's
the
Roy's
chat,
fault,
man.
yeah.
He's on
I
the
blame
work
him.
part.
Yeah,
What happened?
he's always talking on the chat, guys. He's always on the chat.
Did you guys see how CDK tried to dribble last game and literally threw himself out the pitch outside by himself? Just
He broke his
I don't
ankle.
know.
He broke his own ankles.
I don't know what's going on with that one, man.
That's
CDK,
class,
I
guys.
don't know. I don't know.
Okay, big question here. Will Osimhen play or not? According
he's
to
not.
Il Mattino, Osimhen might miss Napoli's first game against AC Milan. And
this-
also, Simeone is injured. So the center
Raspadori
forward.
is playing.
So we have Raspadori, and Raspadori is just coming back from an injury.
And if he scores, it's Paul's fault.
It is Paul's fault.
How is it my fault? Andon,
Yes.
I deleted it.
Paul's fault.
Andon.
It's your fault.
I deleted it.
It's your
Andon,
fault.
I deleted it.
He's already on the system.
I deleted it.
He's already on the
I
system.
deleted it.
But
Yeah,
guys,
I don't
the positive here is that Raspadori is coming from an injury, so he can be 100% right now, which means that when it comes to the goal department, they are missing something from that
Bro, are you a
central.
Milanista? Are you a Milanista or what, man? You stay twerking for Napoli, man. Pick a side.
No. I'm being serious right now. So I'm pretty optimistic that Napoli will not be at 100%, which is positive for us because
Hey guys,
we
sorry,
will
go
be 100%.
Hey guys, can I ask everyone a question, just like to get your general opinions going into this game? Like a few questions. One, how are you guys feeling as Milan fans for this? Like overall excitement and confidence. And two, who do you think should be considered the favorite? I'm pretty sure the main answer would be Napoli still, but I'm just gonna say this. My opinion is 2 games this season. I'm saying the public is obviously saying Napoli because they've had a great season. I'm saying overall. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish. Me personally, out of the 2 games we played against them this season, I thought we were the better team by far in both games. Even though we lost the first one, I thought we were much better than them. Because we've tactically just beat them to we've out prepared them, and Pioli's done a really good job against them. So I'm feeling good, but I'm also scared because I have this thing that I'm superstitious about Maradona, and I think that this year everything is going well for Maradona's old teams. So I hope that they don't have some crazy stuff happen where they go through. But I really want us to win. I'm super excited. So what are your thoughts? Are we who is the underdog, and how do you guys feel in terms of your excitement?
Antonio is trying to get us to jinx this game.
And then you go first since you haven't spoken much. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, as you said, in the both games we played this season, we were a better team. And taking consideration that Osimhen will probably not even play the game, I would say Milan is the slight favorite for the first leg. But still, anything can happen because Milan this season is something you cannot predict. They can play one game as the best team in the world and the next to play like total idiots. So hopefully, in Champions League the team will be motivated, because I think that's the main issue this season, the lack motivation in the smaller games. I think they are taking since of the start of the season when they started really sloppy. They are in some kind of mood. Okay, we won the title last season and it's enough for Serie A. But for the Champions League, they're showing a little bit more hunger, and I think Napoli's style, specifically for us, it suits us, especially if we implement it again, like a Benacer at the camp position and something a little bit that we can counter them. So hopefully we can use this opportunity in the first game. We're not scoring again 4 goals. That happens only once. We're not playing. They will not allow us to play like that, like we played last week. But I'm hoping at least to have a 2-goal difference win, so we can be a little bit more prepared for the return leg, because that leg with Osminak in the team, it's gonna be a totally different team, because he's like not 70, but let's say 50% out of their team. And when you're missing your big player, your big striker, that's a problem. As Roy said, even Simeone will not be ready. Raspadori is coming back from an injury, so they will have a little bit problems in the attacking area. And so far in the two games, Calabria has done an excellent job in covering Kvicha. So I think let's see if he can do it third game in a row.
Hey,
So, and this is the only way we can save our season.
Okay.
If we somehow manage to beat Napoli, we are playing in the Champions League final. And that Champions League final is one game, anything can happen. So it's super important to get the result in the first leg. So after that, we can focus completely on the league and not fuck it up.
I've got a question for Lando.
wait, can I say one thing before we go into the Osimhen conversation? Can we all just like talk about how we generally feel first?
Yeah. Okay, I'll
'Cause,
go
like,
really
that's
fast.
a big
because
discussion.
I'll go really fast because I according to my calculations, we're going to win at the San Siro 3-0, and we're going to lose at the Maradona 2-1.
You think we keep a clean sheet, Roy? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
3-0 at the San Siro, and we're losing 2-1 at the Maradona, and we go through.
To answer Antonio's question, I think football heritage plays a big part in this fixtures, these two games. I'm going to say we win the first leg at home for sure, and we draw the second leg at the Maradona. Whether it's 1-1, I don't know, but my prediction is a win at home and a draw away. Yeah. That's how I feel.
You're giving a prediction. You're gonna jinx it.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't.
lose, it's Paul
No.
fault.
Do not
Yeah,
put this. Do not put this on me, like.
Guys.
I don't like.
What do you mean?
I don't like making what do you call it, score predictions. But I just think.
Yeah,
football
why are you
heritage-
giving predictions? Why are you giving predictions?
He wants
I'm
to
answering the
jinx
question. I'm answering the question.
Well, the
You're free
question
to
you can
answer.
say I'm confident, but not give a prediction.
No, I said football heritage, man. Open your ears, man.
it.
Listen.
Anyway, I know who fault is. We don't win.
I'm not being superstitious, guys. I'm not being superstitious. I'm doing a real calculation in my head. I think it's going to be 3-0 of the San Siro, and we're going to lose at the Maradona 2-1.
How the fuck you do this calculation?
Your calculation in your head, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man.
Based
Based
on a
stats.
lot of current things, yeah.
XGs on what?
Based on
Ball possession.
based on a lot of things.
Makes sense.
San
So I know what
Siro's
Saif is doing
a
here.
factor.
Saif is doing something here.
San Siro is going to be a factor for sure. The fact that right now we prepared this game better than they did, based on the last game. The fact that we feel the Champions League nights more, and the fact that we are in a good state of form in this current moment, while they're probably not. We took that away from them, actually. And the fact that they don't have their center forwards, they don't have their two center forwards, and the fact that they play open football right now, for us, playing a team that plays open football is going to be good ever since. I think it's going to be like that Manchester United game that we won in 2007. It's going to be kind of like that. But at the Maradona, we won't be able to beat them. We won't be able to. They will beat us. It just won't be enough. It won't be enough for them.
I've got a question for Lara, actually.
No, what about me? Can I give an answer on the question?
No, go on. I'll ask you my question after. But go on.
So I feel confident. I cannot tell you what's going to happen at the Maradona, but I can tell you that at San Siro, I feel extremely confident. The team is. We will do better than Napoli. We will play better than them, and if nothing outside our control happens, like referees or stupid calls, weird shit like that, we will win. We will get a good result against them at San Siro. Maradona, I don't know, because it's too far away, and I don't know, injuries, yellow cards, and things like that. But how the team is looking, I feel really positive for the San Siro game. I can't wait for the San Siro game to come. It's like we're so close. It's like what, in 2 days? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we're playing. So
Wednesday, man. Yeah.
So it's amazing. I can't wait for that game. Osimhen is a big loss, and but it will change Napoli's game. So I'm worried about that. Maybe they will be more conservative. Let's see.
I want to say, even if Osimhen does play, the result for me stays the same.
Still so.
Yes.
At home for sure, but away.
I think, guys, if we win at home, let's say we win at San Siro 2-0, at the Maradona will be easier because they need to score goals. They need to open up and try to win the game. If they open up, we can punish them every counter, every time they leave space, every time we're going to go and press them, we can punish them. So it'll be much harder. So the San Siro one is important to win and to dominate and impose a result, a positive result, because that will make our life much easier at the Maradona. Not because we're winning, but because they need to open up, and they are so weak when they open up, when they leave spaces behind their shoulders for Leao, Diaz, and all the guys to run in those spaces. It's going to be tough for them. It's going to be a really tough game for them. So let's win San Siro so we can unlock the Maradona game. It will be easier to unlock.
Anything else, Antonio? Or do you want or...
Well, yeah, I have some comments, but I wasn't sure if we wanted to do if we had another topic. But I'll just say this. I mean, if we want to go into the Osimhen conversation, I was going to talk about that.
No, we spoke about Osimhen. We're gonna look at chat. If anyone
all right, let me just make one last comment about Osimhen. You guys may disagree. Obviously, he's a great player. I think that the way we've played against Napoli and having Benacer take out Lobotka in the midfield and controlling the midfield, Tonali's been fantastic. And even having Krunic to help bolster the midfield. That's where the games have been, dominated. Because even in the first leg, we had more possession than them, I believe. The first Serie A game we played. Even though we lost, I mean, we just kind of weren't. They're much more potent and they have much more attacking quality than we do. So they're able to, do more with less chances. But we were controlling the game and we missed some really easy chances. So I think that we will probably win the midfield again unless Spalletti finds some sort of tactical idea to get around our midfield. But I think that that's what's been helping us out so far. And Osimhen will be dangerous, but if we can win the midfield, I think for the most part, having Magnan and to kind of help with those difficult chances that they'll have sometimes, I think we still should be pretty good as long as we win the midfield battle. I think it's not going to be enough, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, so here's a question from Majideen. Question to the boys: do you agree with the team decision to focus more on the UCL since we did not start our best 11 last game? And do you feel confident in top 4? I think Pioli is confident in top 4. What do you guys think?
Yes, I agree with Pioli deciding to focus on Champions League instead. I think that's the right decision. I'm seeing people blame Empoli's draw on Pioli, and I don't understand why. It doesn't make sense to me. You guys already know Pioli.
I'm gonna explain you why.
But,
we
yeah,
don't have a deep enough team to make 5 rotations. We don't. We can make 1 or 2 at max because we don't have the bench for that.
Yeah, but is that Pioli's fault?
Yeah, it's Pioli's fault. Don't rotate the squad that much. You don't
okay,
have.
Andon.
Listen,
I'll stop you there.
Larry,
I'll stop you there.
You guys.
Let me stop you there.
Let me finish.
Let him finish and respond.
Andon finish.
Because Pioli has tried that in the season numerous times, not just once. He had tried at least 10. He has rotated a lot this season.
He had tried the same
exact team.
No, I didn't.
He did it once.
He didn't want a single time.
Hold on. I do want to make a correction here because every time he did it for the Champions League and it paid off. We won 4-0 the first time he rotated.
That's
then
why I
we
need
did
to
4-0 again,
interrupt
and
you
then the
guys.
Tottenham games.
I need to interrupt you. That's why, guys, I need to interrupt you. We did a live before the World Cup. And we were complaining about Pioli not rotating enough. And we were getting a lot of injuries because the same players were playing. I remember exactly that live. I was pissed off because Pioli was starting the same formation. He was starting Giroud every game. He was starting everyone every game. Everyone was playing. The same players were playing every time. So Pioli was not doing that at the first part of the season. Now, Anton, you're saying Pioli should not rotate enough. If Pioli does not rotate, players get injured, and you see Origi and the other boys playing on key games, not against Empoli.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Because we have to play in 12 days, we have to play 4 games. So there is Empoli, Napoli, another game, Napoli again, and another game.
I didn't finish my thought.
So, no. The thought is simple, man. If Pioli does
No,
not
it's not
rotate-
No.
No.
Let him finish.
It's not simple.
You have to let him
Can I
finish.
finish?
Laird is ready
Okay.
for war. Laird is
Can I
putting his
finish?
is going in war
Yeah,
mode.
go on, Anton.
Again, still, Pioli has tried that multiple times this season. Yes, it paid off in the Champions League, but we always drop point in the league. So now we're at the end of the season where we have to win at least 80 or 90% of the game. So we will be sure next season to get a Champions League football. Because now we have done our, I think, maximum in the Champions League. Yeah, it's a good thing to try and win it, but it's much more likely to get Champions League football through the league rather than to winning the Champions League. Because right now we are 4th, and we have a very difficult schedule till the end of the season. We have at least, I think, 3 derbies to play, and we play a lot of the mid-table teams where we drop points. So, yeah, he can do a rotation, but he can do it in a different way. Instead of rotating 5 players at the start, he can rotate maximum 2. And start the game, play the game, and to start with the starters, see till the 60th minute. If they don't change, if they don't do anything till the 60th minute, take them off, rest them. It's the same effect, just you give them more time and you have more opportunities with the starters to win a game rather than the substitution. It would have been the same thing rather than leaving Origi and Rebic, who were terrible, till the 70 minute with 0 effect and dropping points in the most important time of the season, because every mistake we make from now on till the end of the season could be very, very costly. I'm talking about the league.
Andon, can you tell me a game that he made 5 changes on the starting 11? Can you tell me one game that he did that? Against who?
He has done it in the first half of the season.
Against who? First half of the season. Which
before
game?
we played in the Champions League. Maybe not 5, but he has done 4.
The first part of the season, we had 5 injuries every week. We had a lot of injuries the first part of the season. So most of the time, he didn't even have a choice to actually choose a formation.
No, there were games where he had the choice and done the same thing.
So let's go. The first. I have all the games here in my laptop here. I can pick one game. I can tell you. So we started the first game in Champions League we had was RB Leipzig 1-1. We had the derby the 4 days before. He played the best formation. Milan Inter, we won 3-2. We played against Sampdoria. He played the best formation against Sampdoria. I can give you the lineup after the Champions League game. The lineup was we started with Magnan, Calabria, Kalulu, Kier, Hernandez, Tonali, Messias, De Ketteler, Leao, Giroud, and Pobega. In the bench, we didn't have because De Ketteler was a starter at that time. And basically, the only change was Benacer Pobega. The other one was a starting 11. So he was not making 5 changes like you were saying. You're saying something that really is incorrect, man. Another game, we played against Dinamo Zagreb. Dinamo Zagreb, the starting 11 was not so different from the Sampdoria game. Giroud, Leao, Selemakers, Diaz was the change, and Benacer. 3 players. So I think he did the right thing to make those changes, because if he does not make those changes, then a key player gets injured. You come here in this line
guys will blame him.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's pointless what you're saying. Or
No,
if
stop.
you say
You
No,
cannot say.
I'm stopping.
No,
No,
you
no,
cannot
no.
say he did
Lad,
the right
no, no,
thing.
no. Andon,
You guys
Order
have
in the
done that.
courtroom. Order
You
in the
guys have done
courtroom.
that. You guys have done
Yeah,
that. Some
Andon,
players
Andon,
got injured, and you guys say Pioli should have rested these players.
Pioli should have done a rotation. Yeah, exactly. So you guys can have
Yes.
it both ways. You guys can have it both ways. It's simple. Andon, we've been over
You
this
don't do
already.
rotations at the most important part of the season. It's
No,
simple.
But they get injured.
You
They
can
get
do
injured all
rotations.
the
no,
time.
no,
You
no.
can do rotation where you can allow yourself
me.
to lose points.
But
I don't know.
Andon, you don't do rotate.
Hold on.
Understand this
Yeah,
or
go on,
not?
go on,
If
go on.
Milan
The
doesn't play
question-
Champions League football next season,
Andon,
the team loses a lot.
but you're kind of going away from the question. The question is, because of the Champions League, should we do rotations? That's the question. Do we prioritize the Champions League in these moments basically the question is, are we going to risk not being 100% in the Champions League in order to get points, against Empoli? That is
Yes.
the question.
And
Yes.
now, Ron, I didn't
Andon, what
finish
is
my
Andon?
whole,
Come on.
my whole explanation. I didn't finish
Come
because
on.
all the reports said, and Pioli says in the interview, that Leao and Diaz had to work by themselves 2 days because they had some issue. Not issue, but they were not fully recovered.
Pioli
So
don't
Leao
risk
and Diaz for 2 days they trained by themselves. They didn't train with a group. And you still want to play them and risk injury. So you play the first game of Champions League against Napoli with Rebic and I don't know who else. Because Leao can get injured against Empoli because he's not fully recovered. So I think Pioli did the right thing. This is not a game that the Empoli created chances, so we should have played another defender. He did right to rotate, to put Ciao. He did right to rotate and play a bit of Florenzi in the second half. He played, I think, he rotated Ciao. He rotated one in the middle. Pobega had a good game. So I think the whole issue here is Giroud with Origi, in my opinion, that everyone is having that issue. But I think Giroud should not play all the games.
Okay, so
Because
listen,
Giroud can get injured.
Arrested for sure, man.
We need a rest.
Andon is not happy with rotations. You are. I
No,
am.
Roy, no. Andon is not happy with Pioli. He wants Pioli out. Andon is Pioli out. That's what it is. It doesn't matter what Pioli does. If Pioli wins Champions League, Andon is still winning out. So.
Okay, whatever. If he wants him out, he wants out. It's like Rock is saying. This is opinion based.
Hey guys,
yeah.
can I speak on
Oh,
that
Antonio's
question?
here.
I've been here, man.
Go ahead, Antonio.
Can I
Please.
speak on that question that was just in the chat?
Please, sir, do.
Yeah. I just want to say. So my opinion is, about prioritizing games. I think that just as Milan fans, as a club, if we make it in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and at all times in the season, if we're in the Champions League, that should be our priority because that's what gives the fans the most entertainment, the most joy. Like I haven't been this excited for a very long time about a game, coming up this week. So, I think that we have to always give it our all in the Champions League. So if that means prioritizing, then yes. However, I'm not going to talk about Pioli. I just want to say in general, we should. It's sad that this summer all the depth players that we brought in have been either useless or either injured, useless, or not effective, because that would have really helped us at this point in the season. I think that I'm not disappointed in the way we played against Empoli. I think we played really well. The game we dominated. I wasn't expecting them to have to play defensive, park the bus game. I think that if Origi, if we had played Giroud and Leao at the beginning of the game, even though Rebic wasn't that bad, he missed some chances. But if we had played Giroud and Leao, we probably would have won that game because at the end we had some crazy chances. So it's sad that Origi and Rebic and all the bench players have just either not lived up to anything that not even the slightest expectation that we had for them. So this summer we need to clear out some players who are not useful at all, and we need to bring in some actual players who can give us some depth. I hope that actually happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thing.
And to put into things in perspective, remember this is something that Milan has done a lot in its past. And I was looking right now at the previous results. Because this strange coincidence happened, right? That in 2003 we played Empoli before a quarterfinal clash, and in 2007 we played Empoli against before a quarterfinal clash, both years that we won the Champions League. In 2003, we lost that game against Empoli 0-1 at the San Siro. and we had a very strong. I mean, I don't know. Just to say that this stuff is it's expected. If you like, as a Milan fan, I'm not surprised that we did not win this game, essentially, because I've lived this for so many years. But in 2007, we did beat Empoli 3-1, and then this time it was a tie 0-0. So yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but one more quick point. I don't really agree though that we should just disregard league games, because as much as, first of all, if we beat Napoli, like someone else said, I do feel confident that we can go to the final. Although Benfica and Inter are going to be pains, but we can do it. But that being said, in the final, we're playing either a City, Bayern, and then Real, because Chelsea's going through. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they're not. There's the chance that they actually go through to the final is very slim. But so one of those teams, and we are going to be heavy underdogs in that tie. And that's the only. And if we only rely on the Champions League, we could not make the Champions League next year. So I don't want us to only to get completely to not care about the league at all. Obviously, we have to, but also it's you have to give it your all in the Champions League. It's the Champions League. You got to do it. So
but Antonio, Pioli's not disregarded.
Sorry, guys. I have to answer that, and then I'll be quiet because I spoke a lot right now, and then I'll let Paul. You can go next. Antonio, that is not on Pioli, though.
I never said it was Pioli. I never said that was Pioli. I never said it was Pioli.
I know, but these two players are some of the two most paid players in the squad. It is they are being paid to win these games. They're the ones that are being paid to win these games. They have to show up. All right, I'll be quiet. Paul, you go. Then
I want to add something.
No, it's literally. One second. I was literally going to say that as well. Pioli is not disregarding the league by playing Rebic and Origi. It's exactly what Roy said right now. If you're not going to play them, then when are you going to play them? Number one, and two, Rebic and Origi, they had to win the games. It's not on Pioli if we actually drew, in my opinion. It's on these two players, man. They had to do their job and win the games. So Pioli didn't disregard any fixtures. It's not disregarding the league. It's just being cautious, and I agree with him. If one of the key players come on and get injured, you guys are gonna come in and say Pioli is an idiot. Why didn't he rotate? This and that. So you can't have it both ways, man. You gotta pick a side.
And can I add something? Pioli played the best 11 against Fiorentina and he lost. Played the best 11 against Salernitana 1-1. Played the best 11 against Udinese 3-1. So stop acting like if you play the best 11, you win for sure against Empoli. Stop acting like that's something that I don't want injuries, man. I don't want my best players to be injured and play with Rebic and Origi against Napoli in the Champions League. I don't want to even risk that. So I'm happy that Pioli played.
I'm just going to tell you. Guys. Sorry, Andon, I'm just going to say this right now. I'm going to remind you that Origi is actually a big game player, and he's actually got a track record of taking his team.
But the thing is that I want to play with our best players against Napoli.
Right.
That's it. I don't care about Empoli. Empoli, we should have won even with those 5 changes. And we created a lot of chances, so we played well. It just didn't happen. People need to move on and give up on always having this thing about we have to win every game. It's not possible. It cannot happen.
Whatever game, we are not winning every second game, not even every third game. Who said winning every game?
So the starting 11 is not a factor that will help give us the win, because I showed you that the best starting 11 anyway lost against Udinese. We lost against Salernitana. Leao was playing against Salernitana. But I can tell you the lineup: Leao, Diaz, Giroud, Hernandez, Krunic, Benacer, Selemakers.
Okay, and our best
Tomori.
Okay,
1-1.
And our best 11 beat Napoli 4-0. So where's your argument? Last week they beat 4-0.
My argument.
But
no. My argument is right. It's not about playing the best 11 getting the win.
You're not right.
You're right. I'm giving you the proof that even
if you yell, doesn't mean that you're right.
Dude, okay, I'm not yelling. Let me say this. My argument is simple. The best 11 does not guarantee you to win the game.
Nobody guarantees you to win the game.
Exactly. But making rotation allows you not to get injured. So you can present the best 11 on a game against Napoli. That's the reality. You came blaming Pioli, saying Pioli should have played the best 11, and I'm telling you, the best 11 does not guarantee you to win a game this season, at least. And I'm giving you proofs. Fiorentina, Salernitana, Udinese, best 11
And I'm giving
available.
you proof that we
Didn't
beat
win.
Napoli with those 11.
You-
4-0.
Exactly.
A week before.
And
A week before.
Exactly.
Not 2 months
So-
ago. Not 5 months ago. Not a year
No,
ago.
no, it's not 5
5
months
days
ago.
ago.
It's not 5 months ago. So the thing is, one thing is sure, that you risk less injury if the key players don't rest sometimes. That's the reality. Do you want players to get
injured? The reality is, if we don't get Champions League football, we are not getting any players in the summer.
We're gonna get Champions League football. We are going to get Champions League football because now the team is healthy. The team is creating chances. He's conceding less goal, and he's in a better shape. Even the bench players played really well against Napoli, dominated the game, and created a lot of chances.
I have a question for Andon.
Yeah.
Andon, so do you think that Pioli should not care about risking, the Champions League? So he should say, okay, the Champions League, whatever happens, happens. Let me focus on Empoli. Let me make sure I get top 4. Even if it means that I might risk Leao, I might risk Diaz, Kjaer, but I might risk not being able to put my 100% squad against Napoli in the Champions League. So you feel that he should do the opposite? Is that what you're saying?
I feel he should do the same he did last season. Treat every single game like a final. Finish with that game, then think about the next game. Not thinking about the next game before you play a game before that.
Well, hold on. But did he do that last season? Are you sure about that? Because
Yes.
I mean,
At the end of the season,
he only had
Yes.
the Serie A to think
Yeah, but the
about.
circumstances
matter.
exactly. The circumstances weren't the same, man. It's different. We only had Serie A to play. We didn't have Serie A and Champions League.
it doesn't matter. You focus game by a game, not thinking about the next game, because the more likely is we to get Champions League football through the league rather than to Champions League. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. We win the Champions League.
I think that you don't have these kind of opportunities to get to a final every year, right? And right now, Milan has such a great opportunity to make to the final. Even because if we make into the semifinals, both those teams that we could potentially play are not the top G dogs in Europe. Bayern, Real Madrid, Man City. Those are two teams that we can beat. I think this year Milan has an obligation to try and make that final. But the other question is that the players that we have should be scoring against Empoli. Like, there's no excuse.
Yeah, they should. But Rebic hasn't scored he hasn't scored in Udinese. That's the first game in the season. So when you see that kind of thing of happening, and Rebic is, I think it's with 1 foot out of the team. He's leaving in the summer. So there's no point in even playing him. There's no point even putting him in the team.
And to respond to that, I think Pioli needs to play these players because against Napoli in the long stretch, we're going to need these players. It is important for Origi to get minutes. It's important for Rebic to get minutes. It's important for Ciao, Pobega, Salamakers to start the full game. So having your squad at 100% is very important for these games. Anyway, I've spoken enough. Someone else, go ahead.
I mean, the thing, we didn't even play bad.
I want to add something as well. People think, we're going to get... They think about the injuries for the Champions League. I think about the injuries. If Leao gets injured against Empoli, we have to play with Rebic against Bologna, against Lazio, against Roma. I don't want Leao to get injured because I want to use Leao in more games. I don't want Diaz to get injured because I want Diaz on the next month to be available. I'm not it's not just a Napoli game. If a key player gets injured now, it does not rest properly, does not recover properly, you will lose him for a month, for the key moment of the season. So you have to actually risk it and think, I can win against Empoli with the second lines. I should try that so my key players or some of my key players can rest. And I can actually win other games. Everyone needs to be involved at this moment of the season and be ready to give everything and rest, and other players play as well. Now, as a lot of people saying the management didn't give Pioli probably the right player to do that, but still Pioli needs to try and do it.
Anything anybody else wants to add on to this? Antonio, Paul, Andon?
No, that's it. That's it for me. No.
Again, we are at the end of the season. It's much more likely to get Champions League. I don't know if you guys understand this or not.
I understand
Milan.
that, but that's an
Milan, without a Champions League football next season, will be levels below. Levels.
But I
Yeah, but
understand.
Andon, we're still within touching top four. We're not completely. We're not even out of top four.
That's a good
I don't
point.
understand. You're talking like top four is done. It's not.
We're not out of top four, and I do think if, let's say, we were playing against Roma or Lazio, I think Pioli wouldn't have done those rotations. But anyway, but I know you're saying but the thing is that we are playing in the Champions League this year, right? I mean, you play it to win it. We can't just abandon it, right now. This is the year to win it, not next year. Next year, we got to first go through the group stages. We have to get to the quarterfinals next year. This year, we're in the quarterfinals. This year, we have a good path to go towards the final. So I find it difficult for these competitors in that locker room, in that training ground, to snub the Champions League. I think they're looking at the Champions League and they're smelling blood. Actually, they're smelling blood.
Next year, first we have to get into the Champions League before even thinking about
and they have to achieve this. They have to get into top four, but without saying no to the Champions League. You have to get fourth and try and win the Champions League, like we did in 2003 and in 2007.
Yeah, but the team is levels different from the team we had in those. In 2003, in 2007, we had world-class players in every single position.
Well,
no.
Hold on. In 2003, we lost that game against Napoli. I have the formation right in front of me. We played.
But it's okay even if we lost it. It's a different team that can actually beat anybody in the Champions League.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say about this team, Andon, in 10 years. They're gonna say these things that you're saying right now.
No, not even
yes, because in 2003, no one was saying that.
No
one was saying, "Oh, this team has world-class players. They're gonna win."
2003.
Just compare the players you had then.
In 10 years, people will say, "Oh, those were amazing players. That's why they won."
I think now listen. I want to do a little bit of a therapy session. I think, Andon, I don't know. I think that you this year have a big issues with Pioli. So anything that goes a little bit not the right way, you're going to point the finger at him. Like you have a grudge against him. It feels like. At least this is what it feels like. Am I wrong or am I right?
Because we have a good enough team to be top four without any kind of problems. He doesn't have the team to win the league, yes. But he has a good enough team to be top four with any kind of problems, not to shake every round. Either we're gonna be in top four or not. Fucking Lazio is ahead of us with 7 points. How many points? I don't know. They have Lazio, and that is something that we shouldn't even allow to happen.
Lazio got kicked out of the UEFA Europa League, right?
It doesn't matter. They're ahead of us in the league. We shouldn't allow that to happen.
No, we've still got a lot of football to play, and you're acting like it's all done. Still got a lot.
Yes, there's a lot of football to play, but the team hasn't been consistent this season. To say, "Oh, I know we're gonna win next round."
Yeah, I don't know. I agree with what Pioli is doing, and
I think the team that won the Champions League in 2003 was not consistent. They finished fourth.
The team 2003 is levels, not one, not two.
Yeah, you're saying that after 20 years.
Above. In 2003, we had Rui Costa and we had who else we had in attack?
Well, okay, against Empoli, we played a 5-3-2 that game. We had Serginho, Nesta, Costa Curta, Larsen, Thomas Helvig in defense. Midfield, we have Ambrosini, Rivaldo Brocchi. Up top, we had Thomasson and Inzaghi. And we still lost that game. We still lost that game against Empoli.
Yes,
Empoli
but we
beat.
had a good enough team to win the Champions League this
No,
season.
And
Elvis-
this year, I argue that we have a good enough team to win the Champions League. Based on how things are being lined up. I have to put that in. That's a disclaimer. Based on how things are being lined up, we have a good enough team to win the Champions League. If you would have asked me in the beginning with all the different possibilities, we could have been facing all these other teams, I would have said I don't know. But based on who we have in front of us, Napoli, Benfica, Inter, and then whoever comes in the final, I think we have a good chance to win the Champions League. Knock on wood. I think it's a good argument.
Bro, I don't need to knock on wood because we're not the favorite anyway. It's not like we have the best players in the world and we have to win it. It's not. If we don't win it, it's not because you jinx it, man. Let's be real here. It's but as you're saying, the team is in a great shape. It's in a great form on big games. They look like they can beat anyone on a single game. They can give a fight against everyone. So on that point, yeah, we can win it. And by the way, what is the point of qualifying in Champions League when you don't give enough importance when you are in Champions League? I want Pioli to give importance to this competition. It's a massive game. 70,000 people are going to show up at San Siro. They want to see the best team play there. And they want to see this best 11 to be fresh and injury-free and ready to give 120% in that game. I don't want them to fucking run 90 minutes against Empoli. I don't give a shit about Empoli.
Okay, remember this if we
Honestly.
don't go into the Champions League next
No,
season.
you remember this if we go.
No, you remember this
You remember
Come
this.
on,
because
Don't tell me
the
you're
game-
not when we go to
the
Champions
game
League.
you are disregarding the importance against the game of Empoli. We're playing
You
home.
disregarding the
no.
importance
At
of the
San Siro.
Napoli game.
No.
That is the
You
bigger
could
game. than
easily
Empoli.
say you're disregarding Napoli. Exactly.
Exactly.
Could easily say.
Which is bigger. There is more money involved. There is a 10 million box office that we're gonna get from the supporters. 70,000 people waiting for that game for years, 10 years. You go to the next stage, you get more money, sponsorship, prestige, big game.
And you get no money next season if you don't play the Champions League.
But we're gonna play
Well,
the
but
Champions
no,
League because we
no, but Andon-
Pioli is gonna make it. That's the thing.
And as long as we're still in Champions League, we're technically fighting for Champions League. And the league is already gone to Napoli. So there is that too as well. You know?
Inter
But
will
we are
Inter
not
will
fighting
lose points.
for the league from since after the
All
World
right,
Cup,
listen,
we're fighting
guys.
for the trophy.
Let's move on from this conversation. I'm sure it'll come back anyway. But let's go to chat a little bit. Safe asks, guys, on the other hand, how much do you think the draw against Empoli, especially with the goal called off from Giroud, will have a mental effect on the confidence on the team this week? Any opinions on this?
I think it's more. It's gonna have a good effect because it's a reality check. It's like, yeah, they had a great game against Napoli. They didn't win against them, but they will keep them more focused and still hungry and give everything because they haven't achieved nothing yet. So I think it's a good. If you have to get a slap in your face, it's better to get against Empoli and focus for the Napoli game. That's the logic.
I think the Empoli draw kind of humbled them a bit, and that's a good thing,
Yeah.
especially going into a big game. It kind of brought their heads back, or their feet down on the ground, however you say it in Italian. I don't know, I'm translating it wrong.
Piedi
but-
per terra.
Yeah, piedi per terra. So, I think it's a fair. I didn't like that we dropped 2 points against Empoli, especially given the way we played. But I think it's probably a good result considering the game we're about to play against Napoli. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you're arguing it balances things out. The euphoria of the 4-0, then the disappointment of the 0-0 kind of balance things out.
Yeah, it allows them to not get too what's the word, like carried away. And,
Yeah.
Getting over their head. So I think it's a good result.
And the other competitors in the Champions League are losing points. Inter is losing points. Juventus is losing points. The next weekend, maybe Roma is gonna lose points because they will play Europa League on Thursday. So they will play maybe the best team on Thursday to go through the Europa League stage and lose some points on Sunday or Monday, wherever they play. So it balances out, man. Every other team that is fighting in Europe to go ahead, to go further, will lose points in this moment. So that's completely fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see. We will see.
How is Pioli to blame for this? Playing well, attack didn't finish for chances. You want Pioli to go in the box on corners and throw ins to help the team score. Somebody tell Laird Diaz is not worth 20 million, so it can go full Apache.
Go on.
Pioli rotating the squad like he's playing FIFA Ultimate Team. Bruh, my pro clubs team in FIFA is kicking so much ass. Like, stop fact checking. Milan fans base opinions on emotions. Like the video, guys. Please click the like button. Yeah, guys, do me this favor. Click the like. It's easy to tell that Pioli is counting on the games against Roma, Lazio, Juve to guarantee the top four. Guys, what do you make of the Lazio this season? I mean, they're having an incredible season. The goal they conceded yesterday was the first goal in a month, something like that, since more than a month, since early February.
We're about to do it, guys. We're about to go in. I can smell it.
Yes, Romagnoli is having a great season, and he is.
Oh my god, this is good, man.
And he is definitely, he's definitely showing the haters that he's not this mid-table defender like he was being called last year.
Romagnoli.
But Sarri, more Sarri than Romagnoli. When it's like Sarri, the second season is always great, and once again he showed it. He's showing it again. Like, they're having a great season. Team is super solid.
Roy, did you see our future midfielder scoring a goal?
Say again.
Stop with this, guys. Stop dreaming.
Say again.
Did you see our future midfielder scoring a goal against Juventus?
I would love him to be our future midfielder. Yes.
Was it that foul though? Was it that foul? What do you think?
No way.
Was not, yeah?
Not a chance.
Okay.
We got AJ in the house. What's up, AJ? How you doing, my man?
All good. Excited for the upcoming UCL match.
Nice.
Oh man, can't wait.
That's good.
What are your thoughts? Give us your thoughts.
Actually, I think we have a very good chance. I'm happy that we've got a full strength squad, especially given the fact that we can't rely on our backups to do shit. So I hope they've got a good rest and they are fit to play. And I hope we'll see a great match, especially being the San Siro. We'll have the crowds cheering our team, our boys, and I'm sure they'll be pumped up. And I'm a little scared in the fact that if Spalletti finds a way to neutralize our plan A, I don't see Pioli having enough backup or bench strength to deploy a plan B. That's my only hesitance. Rest, I feel that we've got the right team to be able to win the match and dominate Napoli.
Okay, good. So you're optimistic. Yeah, I think most Milan fans are optimistic, right? I haven't come across anybody that is not optimistic. Guys, what happens if Milan loses? How are you going to react? I mean, it's easy to say. It's hard to say since we don't know. But like, if Milan does not win this game and Napoli wins this game, what do you predict from yourselves?
Disappointment for sure. Disappointment. But
so if Milan does not go through, you're saying?
Wait, like, one second. That would have to mean on the day we either didn't turn up or just unlucky, but very disappointed. For sure. Very, very disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially. What about you, Laird?
If Milan does not go through?
Yeah.
Well, depends on the game, I'll be honest. If we played well and it's a matter of one goal or a moment, I will be still. I'll be fine. It's not like I'll be disappointed if they completely dominate us and they completely school us. That's the biggest problem. But if it's a matter of penalties or things like that, I'm fine.
Oh Jesus, penalties, guys! I just noticed that Paul's Nick here, his nickname is from Origi 20+1. Now it's Divock Please 20.
Man, it's a long day. It's a long day. It's a long day. Right now, public enemy number one. Imagine.
But now I agree with this comment here. The only critique I will give Pioli is we should have played with 3 solid midfielders more and shared the minutes between Pobega, Branks, maybe even Bakayoko, because the cam experiment failed. I agree that that's one of the things that I think Pioli got wrong this season, is that he should have played with that more solid 3 midfielders rather than that cam. I mean, he was trying to integrate CDK, but it just never worked.
Yeah.
It never worked.
Yeah.
It didn't
Oh,
happen
speaking of
because CDK was supposed to be this hybrid attacking midfielder that could help the midfield, but he's not that player. He has to find a new Leeds.
Sorry,
yeah, he's being linked to Leeds.
Yeah.
He has to find a new role for CDK. Yeah, I agree with this comment. What do you guys think?
I just want to say something about that. Critiquing Pioli, well, you're not the coach, so let's just ignore what you know about the team because you have no idea what's going on in training. His tactics, well, he had to get in minutes for the boys who haven't played much this season. And you're against Empoli, okay? It's not like you're playing a Sassuolo or a higher league table team, okay? You should have, he's right to rely on his team B to get the job done. But the output from the attacking 3 was just so poor. I mean, I blame it all on Origi and Rebic. They had enough and ample chances to score, and they just didn't look interested. It was so obvious from their finishing. Rebic is shooting straight at the keeper. I mean, what the hell, man? You're a striker. Plays the ball. Instead, you just hit it so hard. I mean, come on. Pioli is doing a good job. You just don't have the bench strength to rely on. That's why I say, to me, I'm so happy that the first team is rested. The problem is, if something happens to plan A, we just don't have the plan B to go with. And it's not on Pioli. It's just that the backup players are not living up to the expectations of the management. That's all.
They're not good enough either.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I don't blame Spalletti didn't have a plan B against us. He got 4. He didn't find a way to react. Every coach does not have a real plan B.
Well, I think H is talking about plan B as in our second lines. Am I right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, plan B is basically some alternative to look out to. I mean, you need to have.
Apart from Magnan, Hernandez, and Leao, we have plan Bs for each position, in my opinion. That's what I see. These are 3 players. Well, we don't have a plan B for Hernandez.
Is Balotelli
good enough?
Is Balotelli no worth a contender for left back?
It's not a word of a contender to present live in this show.
Don't be
Anwar needs help, man. He's being surrounded here. Come and help Anwar.
So Mike Magnan as well. We don't have a plan B for
Tatorizano is not worth a contender.
Actually, can I correct myself? We don't have a player of the quality of Leao, but we have a plan B to play without Leao to kind of cover that lack. I think probably because Origi and Rebic are being so bad, we maybe don't have a plan B for Giroud more than Leao. So we can trick. If we miss Leao, we can still play well, create chances, because we can trick ourselves, change the formation a bit. But Giroud is the only one that I think had one you cannot exchange with another player. It's weird. I don't know if that makes sense what I say.
Well,
don't
in
really-
theory, you should. I know what you're
Ibrahimovic
saying.
or
No, Origi. Origi is a center forward.
well,
In-
but Origi is not performing. He's not performing at the moment. So
Right, and that's just what AJ was saying.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. If
Yeah,
you
but
don't
that's
have players
one-
to rely on, you cannot do more than that. I mean, you can only give your players chances to prove themselves. But if they continue to fail time and time again, it's just, I mean, what else can you do?
yeah, but on the other side, a lot of other teams, apart from the super billionaires like Man City, a lot of other teams, if they miss some players, the one that comes in hardly replace them on big games. I'm talking about big games. So I don't know. I think all the teams are having similar issues. Just some teams, sometimes everything goes well. Look at Inter, for example. Inter is struggling on the opposite way. They have good bench. They have Lukaku. They have other good players, but they still not. They are not getting the best out of them. Lukaku, the last goal he scored without a penalty on action was the first game of the season against Udinese. That is the last time Lukaku scored without a penalty. So that's insane if you think about it. The entire season, Lukaku hasn't scored a goal in action in Serie A.
Did you guys see Candreva's goal?
Sorry?
Did you see Candreva's goal against
No.
I
Oh,
didn't.
that
I'm
was
not-
beautiful. It was a fluke, but it was nice to see
was-
Inter drop points.
Yeah, for real. It's goal of the season, man. Honestly. What a goal.
I didn't see it.
You should watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it. He was basically trying to cross the ball in, but it ended up at the back of the net.
He basically
Wonderful
lobbed
goal.
him from right wing outside the box. Like, trying to cross it in, but it just went over Onana's head.
I said he said it was supposed to be a cross. It wasn't supposed to be a shot.
Oh, well. If I
Candreva
was
said-
him, I'd just be like, yeah, I meant that. I want to catch him.
Inzaghi.
I would have said that. Yeah.
Inzaghi used to score fluke goals and then tell the media he meant to do it.
I mean, what made Candreva score goal even more sweeter was the fact that it came in the 90th minute, and then
Yeah.
it must have left a bitter taste in the fans of Inter.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck
It
you, Inter.
was such a weird game. It was such a weird game.
They're pissed off. They are pissed off.
Yeah.
They want Inzaghi's head on a pike. They're pissed off. I don't know what's going to happen with Inter. Lyot, would you be happy we sold Origi in the summer? Majideen asks.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, for the right amount of money, yes, but I don't think we're selling him. But yeah, I will sell him if there is an offer. Like what? 10 million? 15 million?
Nah, 15 at least. Come on.
I mean, whatever.
A few training cones.
You do what?
Whatever.
Where is Hans?
What have you done in hands?
I don't know, guys. I haven't done anything. He should come and join us. You know, Anwar should come in. Anwar, come in. Tell us how much you hate Pioli.
Man, you're getting all the Pioli out, guys, today. That's what you're doing.
I think Leao has only missed 2 games this season, and we lost both.
Yeah, Inter and Napoli. I think, yeah. Those are the 2 games that he missed. That he didn't play. Was not available.
Yeah.
Well, Inter was not. I don't think with Inter we would have won it, even with Leao. That was a bad moment of the squad overall. So, but the Napoli one, we played well with Leao in the pitch. We would have been more. We would score probably goals.
Anwar says, in theory, Ibra is the next option after Giroud, but Laird Milan needs a proper damn 9.
Well, I've been
Okay.
saying
Why
that
is
for a long
Ibra?
time.
Why is
Well,
Ibra
me-
still in this team? guys?
People have been saying right wing for the last 3 years. I've been saying a number 9 for the last 3 years. That's the reality.
No one
That's
has-
the only player we missed.
Like people have been saying we need a striker as well, man. You didn't
I
discover something.
fight with Nathan, man. I had a fucking entire life explaining Nathan that a number 9 is more important than buying. That you can put an incredible number 9 and sell him on the right, and you will
say Nathan then. Say Nathan then. Don't say
no. But a lot of
Nathan.
people listen. I'm not an idiot, man. A lot of people in the chat will say to Nathan, "Oh, Nathan, you're right. We need a right wing more than a number 9."
We do need a no. We do need a right wing.
No,
either way.
We don't need a right wing, man. We need a number 9. We're not Paris Saint-Germain and City that we're gonna go and buy a right wing and a number 9. We need a number 9. One summer we need to just buy one number 9, a good one, and move on. And maybe the summer after buy a right wing. We cannot buy a half player on the right wing and a half player as a number 9. And the summer and during the season be like, oh, we need a number 9, we need a right wing. No, we need a proper number 9. And after a year, buy a proper right wing. No both. We cannot buy both.
Maldini is looking to buy a proper right winger. So I guess
Morata is coming in.
Oh my God! Please,
Morata is not coming.
No, it's not coming in, Morata, man. I know Morata is not coming in. Morata has a stupid contract, man. Morata has like a 7 million net contract. He's not coming in.
And he's past his prime. He's way past his prime. We need a proper. I agree with Laya. We need a proper number 9. That's a critical piece in our formation that we are lacking. And it's been so many years. I mean, when did we last have a 20-goal number 9? I don't remember.
Shevchenko, 2005.
Shevchenko.
Nah, you're forgetting Baka.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Baka was good. Baka was good, but I'm talking about.
Did he score 20 goals?
I think he was close to 20.
Yeah, I mean, Baka was great. He just came in at the wrong time. Didn't have proper.
I mean, if you're saying Baka, then Balotelli.
But Baka was no. But listen to me. Baka was not like the tall, big number 9 that can play alone as a number 9. You know what I mean? It's not like the Ibrahimovic, the Shevchenko, the Van Basten, the Wea.
Oh my God!
Isn't
that's
Baka
all we
the same
need,
height
man.
as Shiva?
But he's the last striker that scored 20 goals. So.
Yeah,
I believe
he was a great player. He would have done well with Pioli.
I believe there were talks of, I think Sablozai. Is that what his name is?
Oh my Lord!
He's a number 10.
I'll be a super.
He's a number 10.
He would be a super number 10. I thought that was we were looking for him as a number 9.
No, he's not number 9.
No, he can be a second striker if you want, but he's more like a number 10.
Then there's
or a wing, even a wing.
Dembele from Lyon, who we are looking at as well.
I don't know who that is.
There's a lot of Dembele in France. I don't know.
So he's a player in Lyon right now, and I believe he's got a pretty decent track record.
No.
I honestly, you know who surprised me? When we did the what you call it, the freaking scout report. Retegui. Retegui's very interesting.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked good on the highlights.
He's big. He's tall. He's got the attributes. He was a top goal scorer in Argentina. Very aggressive league. He wants.
He's not the next Van Basten, though.
He's not the next.
I mean, is he what we need though? I still take him, but I don't think he's.
I want the next Van Basten. I don't know who that is.
He's not the next Van Basten.
Who is the next Van Basten?
But I don't know, man.
Origi 20.
Origi.
Can we buy Osimhen from Napoli?
No, it's too late.
Damn, I wish we could.
We couldn't even buy him from Lille, man, or wherever he was.
People are talking about this Dembele guy from Lyon, but
I don't know.
I don't know how many goals has he even scored this season? Like I think 2 or 3. He doesn't even play for them. Last season he had a very good season. I think he scored 20 goals.
There's a Boniface guy who seems interesting, cheap.
Yeah, he looked good.
Oh yeah, he's a beast. He's physically a beast.
I'll take him. But man, I don't know. Strikers are.
But another thing is, you take him. But what is the price for these people now? Because
like 10 mil.
I don't want to. 10 mil. Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah,
it's 10 mil. But I don't think it's 10 mil. That's the issue I have. I don't think it's 10 mil, man.
I
No,
know.
his agents have offered him to Maldini. The report said it was 10 mil. So
Dude, the guy's gonna go to Benfica and get sold for 120 million in the January transfer window to some English club.
Who?
probably
This guy, the Maldini, has been offered 10 million.
when he
Whatever
first,
player been offered to Maldini is gonna be like.
Did you guys see Daniel Maldini's performance against Salernitana? Man, it was
No,
top.
you
G
guys
stuff.
are you guys
will
are
see,
just
guys.
in
You
over your head
will
about this
see.
sport.
You will see, guys. Remember, Roy
Daniel
called
Maldini is a
before
bang average
anybody
footballer.
else. But
What
this
is
guy's going to
Daniel
become
Maldini.
a top G.
Daniel Maldini is a bang average footballer.
But Daniel Maldini, the problem with Daniel Maldini is that he's been shielded, protected, so his growth is going to be slower than everybody else. But once he becomes a man, he's going to be a top G. And remember that Roy was the one that said this. Just remember this, guys, in a few years. Just remember.
Definitely, I'm gonna
needs to
remember
go
that.
Italy. He needs to go off Italy. That's what he needs to do. I don't know what he's doing in Serie A. In Italy, to be fair, not in Serie A, but just he needs to go off Italy. He should be playing in Serie B. For me, that's a lot better for his development. But that's a different conversation.
Just
Anyway,
remember
he
who
plays.
said it. Just remember who said it when he
If
comes.
he plays
when he comes.
minutes, Serie A is good as well. If he plays a lot of minutes.
No, he's been getting game
allowed.
time actually, which is
So that's good. That means that is
showing
that's
stuff
good.
in training and playing well.
Anwar here is saying that he defended the Pioli from the Empoli game. So Anwar is happy with Pioli. But Anwar is super Pioli. Anwar is like Anwar and Anwar are the leaders of the Pioli out gang.
It doesn't matter what he does, they just win it out. They definitely just win it out.
By the way, I have nothing wrong with the Pioli out thing. It's just because Pioli at the end is not like how can I say it, the biggest thing that in football, European football. The problem is that when people say Pioli out, the solutions they bring are a bit weak. The options they bring are a bit weak. So the concept of Pioli out, I don't disagree on that. Just when people say, "Oh, we should get these other guys," I'm a bit, no, man, you're wrong on that. So that's the thing. And by the way, I'm pretty sure Milan will change a coach the moment our revenues raise a lot. That we go like 400, 500 million revenues. We will change the coach.
In 20 years.
No, man, we're gonna hit the 400 million this year.
The thing is, what people need to understand is for this current period that Milan is in, Pioli is the right guy. He's the perfect guy for it. Don't understand. And the thing is, Pioli is evolving as well. He's actually learning from his mistakes. He's a coach that actually studies a lot. That's what I like about him. He's humble, doesn't cause problems. If this was Conte or even Mourinho, these guys are becoming out shitting on the players, just throwing them under the bus.
Yeah. Someone brought that up on chat. I think it was Rock.
Pioli
brought that up on chat. That Pioli is great at defending his players, and they are lucky to have a coach like Pioli that defends them.
Yeah,
because,
literally.
In a game like
Pioli
this,
is too nice.
I don't think it's as nice as you're making him out to be. Man.
He's too nice.
I think the fight in the locker room at the start of the year actually happened between whoever it was, whether it was Theo and Pioli.
Bro, we're gonna lose the fucking live, man.
Nah,
keep saying that.
No, we did. If we didn't lose the scout report live, we're not gonna lose this one.
Dude, but maybe this one, Karim. By the way, Karim is a cool guy.
Hey, what you don't want to, bro? This is the future of Milan, bro. You don't want to see the future of Milan.
Daniel Maldini is not the future of Milan. Please, let's stop.
By the way, no. I want to focus to the present, man.
Look at his face. Look at his face. He's losing that childlike face, right? Look at his face. He's starting to become a man. I'm telling you guys, 1 or 2 years. Remember who said it first. Remember.
Bro,
who
can
said
I
it
add
first.
something? He's not a number 10. He's a midfielder.
I think he's a midfielder.
He will be an amazing midfielder, like a box-to-box midfielder.
Yeah,
that is my opinion about him. But he's not a number 10.
He's not a forward. He's not a number 10. Should be paying a
He's
lot
gonna
cheaper.
be a great midfielder. In 2 years, he's gonna be one of the top midfielders in Serie A.
Oh my god, you guys are incredible.
See, look, he's starting to lose that teenager look he had on his face.
He has the abilities of a midfielder, Paul. He's technical, but he does not have the
He's not quick.
snappy
He's not
thinking.
That's a
He's-
top dribble. That's a top G dribble right there.
Yeah, how many times I'm gonna
Come
see
on.
that dribble though? How
Exactly.
many
You're just gonna
times
play
we get to
this
see
back
it?
and play this.
Can we
back.
move on with the rest? I want
is
to see
this?
the rest.
I mean, this is a top G dribble right here. Look,
Okay,
Guys,
man,
I want
but
Daniel Maldini
Can
to
we
be
see
good
the
as well.
rest? I want to see the rest.
look at those
Are
nice
you
touches.
are you fucking kidding me? Can I see the rest?
No, you. My 2G internet is acting up.
Yeah, right.
Your
Wasn't
top
this-
G
wasn't-
internet.
My 2G. It's 2G.
I don't
Look at
think
him.
it's-
Look at him. Look at him. Look, they can't get the ball off of him. Look at him. This is really clever. Look at him. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, but he should have.
Look at all
passed
these
the
touches.
ball,
Look at all
man.
these touches. Look at all these touches.
Should have released it quicker.
He should have released a bit quicker. But he's good.
Guys.
He's gonna be
2
a good
years.
midfielder.
2 years. When he becomes
Is
a
he-
man and he doesn't suffer his name anymore, this guy's gonna be one of the top G's in Italy.
When he becomes a man, he's getting sold to Real Madrid by his dad.
Paul, he's a good player, man. He's a
With
good
him,
player. Roy
you-
is
No.
Roy is right.
Guys. Daniel Maldini is going to become a player that can play in Serie A. I agree, he is. But as of now, I think he's just a normal player, guys. He hasn't shown you anything special.
I
don't think he can be on top clubs like Milan.
Absolutely. You're gonna see it, guys. 2 years, maybe 3. With him, things are gonna go slower. Unfortunately,
His last name is Maldini, so he's never going to.
things are gonna go really slow with him. But
He needs to go.
But Roy, do you agree that he should be a midfielder, like like an offensive midfielder, of course,
But-
like one of those but a midfield.
How Tonali plays, basically. Essentially.
More technical than Tonali.
honestly, I don't know.
No, more like Bellingham or
That was a good
how's the other-
box to box. Basically. That was a good. kick.
box to box. That he likes the goal like Arturo Vidal. on
I
his
don't
prime,
know.
things
I don't know
like that.
because one of the things I noticed about him that he really needs to work on
Can't
is
press.
his pressing is a little bit weak.
Yeah,
Um,
very weak.
so I have to see what he does once he figures that out.
Let's see.
I just feel he needs a lot more game time, and
Yeah.
he needs to stay in places where he can get first team, and also a good coach would help definitely. Someone who is good with young players, someone like a Gasperini or
The Torino coach.
Oh
the
yeah,
Torino coach is good.
Atalanta would be great for him.
Juric.
Yeah, but Atalanta does not get players on loan, man. Atalanta buys players.
Nah, I just meant
They
that
will
he
not
needs to be
develop
with a
a player.
coach that can develop him just as much as he wants to. Yeah, he wants to, and he needs to get game time as well. So
He's not Brazilian, so Maldini.
Come on, Anwar, get on this live. Get on this live and debate.
Anyway, yeah, the Torino coach, he's gonna leave Torino and go somewhere else. He can do well with Maldini. He did well with Pobega. So Pobega, what a player, man! He had a great game against Empoli.
He was good against Empoli. I
Good,
agree.
yeah,
He was very good.
he's looking good.
He was very good against Empoli.
Looking good, man. How old is Pobega? 23, 24? He's 1 year younger than Tonali, or same age as Tonali.
No, he's older than Tonali. Tonali is really young.
Was he older?
Actually,
Are
one
you
of
sure?
the things, yeah, for sure. One of the things that I saw from Tonali was his performance against Empoli was incredible. Like the way he was winning the ball back in the midfield, the personality, the character. Like at a certain point, Tonali is going to be able to do that consistently. At 22, Tonali's still 22, I think. It's very difficult to do that consistently. But once this guy gets to 25, 26, 27, 28, once he becomes a man, brah, what a fucking
that's-
player this
well,
guy's going to be.
But Roy, that's always been part of his game.
Yeah, basically,
Never had
Pobega
issues.
is 1 year older than Tonali. 1 year older than Tonali.
So it's 23 then, I think, or 22.
So Pobega is the same age of Leao, 23.
Yeah,
Tonali
you
is
say
gonna
the number.
be is 22.
Oh, 22. That's
Good,
not bad.
isn't it?
Okay, so Anwar is asking a question here. What do you think we should not? Okay, this question was asked the other day. I think if we don't get top four, then I think changing coach and restarting with a new project is called for. I would be for that, yes, but I know that not all of us share this opinion. That is my opinion.
I'm Pioli in, even if we don't finish top four.
I mean, if you only got third for not finishing top four, I think it's justified. But whoever you bring in is going to be like a reset. Is that what we need right now? No, I wouldn't say so. But if you did get
Because
fired,
you're gonna need the reset. You're gonna sell more key players.
that's actually true.
No,
Actually.
it's hard to see us not finishing in top four given the fixtures. However,
Don't jinx
I
it
think
now, bro.
if we definitely don't go top four, I think it's that would be purely on Pioli, because the team is good enough to finish top four, and not finishing top four would, I don't think then Pioli is the right man. We probably need a better or a more professional coach who knows how to work with youngsters.
I'll say Pioli in, even if we finish fifth.
Yeah, for me, if we don't finish in the top four, then I know for a fact they are going to be looking at Pioli, asking with themselves if Pioli is the right guy for the job, and if they decide that he's not, I won't be against that. I won't be against that. But I don't have an. But the thing is that if you ask me, okay, who would you bring in instead, and what would you do? I have no clue. I would have no idea. So, don't ask me that question.
If that happens, also some of the management have to take responsibility because it's not solely on Pioli.
Well, okay.
Wow.
So, and
We're
what would
sticking
you
up for
do?
Pioli now and then.
What
No.
would you do?
No, it's not just on Pioli. Pioli but everybody has a part.
So, what would you do? Though?
I blame
But
Maldini. I blame management.
sorry,
That's what I do.
forget about the blaming. If Pioli doesn't finish top four, probably Leao is going to go, because he wants to play Champions League football and things. So you get the 80 million from Leao. You have a team that is capable to win the league. You invest that 80 million plus more money that we've made. You rebuild an incredible team with Pioli's system and all the football that Pioli plays. You can go and win You can go and win the Serie A and Europa League easily. Why resetting a coach, resetting a dressing room and everything when you can just double up on the money and go and win the Serie A and the Europa League?
Because if Pioli
this is
doesn't
a team that
manage
can win
to
the
win,
Europa League.
if Pioli doesn't manage to get top four with this team, he can't even do with a better team.
Well, he didn't manage.
Logic.
No, he didn't. He had issue with Mike Magnan the entire season that was not available, and I don't think we're gonna have the same issue we had this season in terms of mentality and being ready.
Even with Mike injured, we're not speaking now about the title. We're speaking about top four place. A top four place
influences a lot. That influences a lot.
So.
And by the way,
but I can agree, it's not solely on him. He didn't get proper players.
But listen, Maldini is untouchable. Even if Maldini fucks up, you do not touch Maldini because
there's no point exactly to change Maldini anyway.
Maldini needs to stay because he is the one. When you have everything that is right, he is the one that puts everything together. So Maldini, I would not touch no matter what.
I mean, Massara will go first. Even we talked with you, I think
I don't understand. Are these people allowed to make a mistake? Is it possible for them to make a mistake?
They are. Maldini is allowed to make mistakes. Maldini is allowed.
Even Massara is allowed to make a mistake. If you get it right for 4 seasons in a row, you're gonna get one season bad.
I agree with that.
It's human.
I definitely agree with that.
Even Pioli is a human. The problem I have is you need to bring me a solution. If you don't bring me a solution, I think the best solution is to keep Pioli to invest money and make the team better. That's the reality, in my opinion. Because for the last 3 years, they didn't invest enough, and they always a key player walking out for free. So
I agree. We didn't invest enough. However, the team is still strong enough to qualify
Thank
for
you.
top four given the fixtures.
I do think that.
So
I do think
if
that
we
as
drop
well.
out of Champions League, I wouldn't be so disappointed. But finishing top four is absolutely vital, and I'm pretty sure Pioli knows that too. It doesn't matter what you just need to work with what you got. So if you can't do
Yes.
the top four this time, I don't think Pioli should continue anymore.
yeah, but are we gonna end up like in a Gianpaolo situation with another new coach that is gonna fuck it up in the first 6 months, and again he's not gonna finish top four? Because one thing I know for sure, Pioli with a healthy squad, he has a system that can win a lot of games.
Yep,
That's
I
the
agree.
reality.
And that's why I say he
The
does have the team to finish top four.
no, he has the quality to finish top four as well. The month of January when we lost 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row, that was the players completely forgot how to play football. They completely didn't show up because Pioli
I
could forget how to be a coach and draw a game, win a game. The guys didn't make a pass properly on that month.
Even Pioli said, you're forgetting one thing. Even Pioli said, when the team is not playing bad, it's up to the coach. He
But-
even admitted
Okay,
that.
but
He admitted that.
okay, but this is something that coaches, a good coach,
Yeah,
has
say
to say,
every time.
to take away the pressure off the players in order to keep the players free from press. I mean, that's a job of a coach to put the responsibility on himself.
Pioli is a smart coach. Yeah, I'm not saying he's stupid. He knows what's right, what's not.
You
understands
guys talk
it
about
very
Pioli
good.
like he's stupid, though, and you know.
But that's why I'm saying it's a smart thing he said, and he understands that. He didn't just say for the sake of saying it and to keep pressure off. You know, that's the reality of it.
Alex,
but-
I'm done. Just explain this 1 second. Against Roma for 86 minutes, Tonali, all the guys are amazing. You draw against Roma, and all the same players a week after they don't know how to play football. I don't think Pioli has changed the training, has changed his way of coaching, and they forgot how to play football. I think the players went in a mental state. They completely lost it for a month, and Pioli we kind of bring them back to the form. That's what I think. It's not the coach in this extreme situation where the team is doing really well, and 7 days after they completely forget how to play football. There is a mental issue. Now, if the coach doesn't solve that mental issue, is on the coach. He needs to go. The coach solved that mental issue because now the team is healthy. They are playing good football. They are conceding less goals. They are dominating games. They are creating chances. So I would say I'll keep the play. By the way, we're talking about something
the
that is
problem
not
will
going
be
to happen.
solved if we are top
Pioli's
four.
going to
Then
finish
it's
top
solved.
4. Pioli's going to finish top 4, and this is an issue that is not going to happen.
So
That
let me
is
ask-
something that is not going to happen.
So let me ask the guys
But
that
we're
are more.
speaking a lot. We're speaking in a situation where when in a scenario when he won't go top 4. Then he has to go.
No, in my opinion, no. My opinion, no. That's it.
What if he does finish in the top 4? Then what?
Then he
I
has
know.
to stay. There's
No,
no,
but
point
what-
in choosing.
I know you. But are you still going to be like Pioli in, or are you forever now Pioli out?
If we want to get to the next level, we need a different coach. But in the case he gets top 4, he has to stay. It would be stupid to change it now. So again, it's based on performance. But I still believe we need a different coach to hit that next level.
What is the next level?
Next level to be a top European side.
And how do you be a top European side?
To get better results.
Like
To be more
exactly.
consistent. To be more consistent. We are not consistent. To not allow. To not allow to happen. These things to happen.
You see, I don't
But
know
that's
if you agree,
consistency. Sorry, second place, winning the title. He will finish top 4, so third place. Semi-final of Champions League, quarter-final of Champions League. The season after, maybe semi-final of Champions League. That is consistency and challenging for the title. That is the definition of consistency. That is being on the next level.
the way I see it is like Pioli has already proven, at least to me and my opinions and whatever, that he has everything you need to be a top coach. But a top coach can be a top coach without a top team, and that's what he needs. I mean, look at Spalletti last year and compared to Spalletti this year. It's the same coach, but he's given a much better team, and now look at his surfing. Now with that team, I think he's doing an amazing job, but still, you give Pioli a top team with depth, and I see us going to the next level. I see us going to the next level. But guys, I don't want Laird to think that I think Spalletti is Pioli's a better coach than Spalletti. I still think that Spalletti is a better coach than Pioli.
Oh, well, let's see. Let's see on Wednesday who is the better coach.
Wednesday, Pioli is going to be the better coach.
Oh yeah, that's sure.
But yeah, I think give Pioli a top team. Pioli is going to do top things. My opinion. AJ, what do you think?
Hey, I mean, both the coaches are top notch. I don't want to say one is better than the other. They have their own systems. But Pioli is definitely a very impressive coach. He's got a very attacking, I mean, both of them have attacking football, but Pioli seems to know how to get things done. He has shown his tactical guile by switching systems, motivating the team. So, I mean, to do that and then still, get some defensive stability, then switch back. A top coach can do that, and Pioli definitely shows signs of top coach. And I just hope that we don't end up outside the top 4 because that could really dent his chances of staying at Milan. I'm sure he'll continue doing great things with us, and he's definitely a top level coach already, no doubt. I'm not going to argue about that. I just hope he is able to do great things with us, and we are able to get him the right players that he needs. And I hope he has a long career with us. I really like him, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that. Paul's phone died. Every time Paul leaves, that means his phone died. Would take Zidane since available, for example. Zidane will come to Milan. Do you think Zidane will come to Milan?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you guys think Zidane will accept the Milan job? I'm curious. It's an honest question.
We don't have the money to pay him.
I mean, given that we have the money to pay him, would he accept? I don't see a reason why he wouldn't.
Yes.
Why wouldn't be the coach of from being the coach of Benzema to being the coach of Origi? To want to do that. Moving from Krunic from Modric to Krunic.
That's the thing. Like, if we don't make top 4, I think it's going to be very hard to attract these top level coaches. So that's why I can't give you an answer when it comes to if we don't make top, who's the coach? Like, the only guy that comes to mind is Shevchenko. It's going to be It's only guys that are new, right? It's or mid level. You're not going to.
We can try De Zerbi, sorry. He's not doing a bad job.
Maybe if he accepts, it depends on there's a lot of stipulations there.
Yeah, you need
however,
to pay
I don't see us approaching
million.
Zidane in the first place because you see, he's not worked with youngsters. He's worked with a top team. He knows how to handle egos in the dressing room, but that's not what Milan is right now. We don't have big egos in the dressing room. We have youngsters.
We can try the Benfica coach if nobody gets him. We can
and here I agree with Laird. Like, foreign coaches are, I mean, in the history of Milan, it's never worked. So maybe this time it will work. And we're in 2023. The world is becoming smaller, globalized. But um, I don't know. I remember Tabares, Terim, when these two guys came in Milan, they lasted a few months and then they had to go. It didn't work. So that's
I
the
mean,
other
the,
thing.
the last foreigner coach that won a Serie A, correct me if I'm wrong, is Mourinho. And we know the magnitude of Mourinho. The one before Mourinho, if I'm not wrong, was Sven Goran Eriksson with Lazio. But probably
Right.
I'm wrong on that. But I guess when Lazio won the league that time, was Eriksson was the coach. And before Eriksson, no one else. We go really far away after that. And these are top tier coaches, like saying
I
Guardiola
think
flop.
for
So I don't
Milan,
Guardiola comes and wins it. I'm talking about the thing.
I think it was the Swedish guy.
Milk.
Lidl.
I think I don't know if he won a Scudetto, but he was.
Yeah, he won, but we're talking about 60 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, maybe the fact that we do have a lot of francophone speaking players, maybe a French coach could work. Maybe it could work.
I think, and by the way, I'm not arguing the fact that Zidane is not going to work. There is a big chance that Zidane can work with that.
But
The
Zidane,
question is,
if he
Zidane
comes to
want
Italy, he's going to Juve. He's not coming to Milan. I
I don't think it's going to go to you.
the Juventus
He
He
fans,
will go to the person who has the money to pay.
Juventus fans have been asking for him forever, and,
Yeah,
and
but
he,
he
has,
hates Juventus.
he
man.
doesn't
hates
hate
the
Juventus. He has a
manager.
relationship.
I
with
mean, they fired Agnelli, so maybe now he can go because he has a beef with Agnelli. You know that?
I didn't know that, but I know that the
You didn't
Juventus
know
fan have been asking for him forever, and they were flirting with each other for a while. I don't see Zidane coming to Milan. Not in a million years. Not in a million years.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
neither
wrong.
do I.
Maybe I'm wrong, but you never know with these things.
Is Zidane gonna get the PSG job?
I see him getting the
think it's-
PSG job, yeah, more than Juve for sure, and more than Milan or Juve, yeah, or the France job,
Or Real Madrid? Somebody
or
said
Brazzers.
they can
Maybe
go
he's
back.
gonna go work for Brazzers. Sorry.
He can get. I heard he can go back to Real Madrid again, but that's unlikely.
Minestre riscaldate non funzionano.
I think we can try a German coach.
German is producing some very good coaches, but the thing about
Nagelsmann.
German coaches is you got to be careful, yeah, because all these coaches are going through. I mean, most of them are going through Bayern, and I was thinking about this the other day. Right, Bayern is a kind of club that you need an okay coach, and you're gonna do well. You don't need the best coach. You need an okay coach, and you're going to learn a lot there. It's more Bayern that is this club right now that gives coaches the chance to become great. Not vice versa. It's not the coach that makes Bayern great. It's Bayern that makes the coaches great.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The
also
factor is Bayern.
Sorry. One coach that comes into mind is the Salzburg coach. He's not bad as well.
He's a youngster, right? That kid, he's like in his 30s.
Yeah.
Correct. Not in a million years. Okay. Bold coaches only.
Can't get any German coach, man. That league is a fraud. They look good coaches there, but when they go out there, I don't like them. I don't like German coach.
Raul says we don't need. But guys, Clint is here. What's up, Clint? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, man?
How's it going? Clint is also in the Pioli out gang. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm still purely out, bro. That's just me. I just stay on my decisions until, it's not an ego thing, but I just, for me, it's just, I'm not convinced. Like, let me add this, bro. I think we have
Clint,
a
turn
good
on the TV, man. in the background.
Oh no, I'm in my mom's house. I can't. Can you hear me from now though? I'm gonna speak like as short as I can, so you don't matter with the time.
Cool.
What I want to say is we need. It's the same things over and over. That's all I can say. Like the games are always the same output. Those games we know we're gonna draw. It's the same things over and over, and I feel those are his limitations. When these teams play with low block, I'm sorry, and for me, it frustrates me because we've been dropping a lot of points in the same way. Yes, we can blame players, but I'm starting to realize like it's just him. And even if we make semifinals, I don't care. For me, it's still purely out.
But let
That's
me
just
ask you
me
a question.
Yes.
Clint. When we have a low block like that, what can the coach do to break down those defenses?
Long
So,
shots.
so it's not. I think in terms of like even the selection, you know that's gonna happen again. Why are you resting Leao when we need these points? Why are you resting Giroud if you know we have this? Start off with them and don't have like Origi or Rebic start. Well, you know we need to score goals and you can rest them. And it's the same
Okay,
thing over and over. Yeah, go ahead.
Clint, but we played Leao and Giroud and low block. We still didn't win.
Can I answer
We
to
played
that?
other games. Other games we played these players and we still didn't win them.
I'm still purely out, bro. You're right.
I know,
Maybe
man.
I'm
When
wrong.
you don't
Maybe
have
I'm
an
too
answer,
biased.
that's the
Maybe I don't have an
it's
answer.
just
It's
purely
still out
out.
for me.
That's it.
Yo, that's it.
Go ahead, AJ. Go ahead.
Now it's important to understand that the UCL gives us a big amount of cash. So resting the players was actually very important. If we happen to go ahead and qualify for the next round, it's a huge income. And I'm pretty sure Pioli knows that too, and so does the management. So I think what he's done, I keep repeating, he has done right. But unfortunately, because of the unreliable bench players we've got, well, hopefully, if we happen to make it through the next round, we have enough money to even get decent bench players, and we will have a good team.
And also, I'm gonna say here for the record, Origi is a fucking waste. He is a waste. I'm
Oh
sorry.
shit! Oh shit!
He's a waste. I mean,
Amen.
I never said Origi 20, but he's a waste. Oh my God, that's like a bad. That's probably one of the bad deals we ever got.
Is he? Is he? Oh man! Wow. Where's Paul when we need him? Where's Paul when we
Oh,
need
I
that's
him?
why I
think more
say
than
Paul.
Origi, it's a
Paul.
little disappointing to see Rebic fizz out the way he has. I mean, he
Yes,
used to
and
be such an
Rebic
awesome
too.
guy in the second half, but now
What's
he's
up with
just
Rebic? He's
Both of them.
rigid.
Both of them.
Rebic is bad, man. I think he's going through something mentally, to be honest.
Oh,
With Rebic, I think he has to have something mentally going on because he's been healthy too. So I think mentally he's not well. He needs to play more games. I don't know.
yeah. He's done. His cycle with Milan is finished. His cycle with Milan is finished. He needs another squad. You know, he needs new motivations. I mean, because he knows that he's never going to be in front of Leao. That is over with. He's always going to be a bench player at Milan. So he needs new motivations. Origi was
Can I
supposed
correct?
to.
Can
Yeah,
I
go
correct this? Ancelotti failed. Ancelotti won the league and got fired the year after in November. So they didn't allow him to finish the season and see if he's gonna fail. So Ancelotti didn't fail. Ancelotti won the league with Bayern Munich. Go ahead about Origi. Because,
No, I'm done. Oh, here he is.
I mean,
Here is Paul.
where's
Here's Paul. Clint out. Can't believe my ears. C'est possible. C'est
No,
pas
c'est pas
possible.
possible. C'est pas possible. That's what he's writing. No, Paul, stop. Come on live. Be a man and come on live and explain yourself. Come and defend him now. We've been telling you.
live.
You've been
Origi's
ducking.
gonna score the heavy goals, man, the important ones. He's gonna score in the semi-final, on the final.
There's no way we should not start him. He should not be nowhere near the bench. I'm sorry.
Clint, he's
He
gonna
will,
score
he
in
will,
the
he will
final.
start ahead of CDK, man. More games. He will start more games than CDK.
I definitely agree with this comment. Bayern is definitely an FC Hollywood. I agree with this comment 100%.
Nah, man.
Let's see
Bayern
what
is
they
well run, man. Bayern is it runs so well that if you put
It
me
is,
or
it is,
Roy
it
as
is,
the
it
coach,
is, it is, it
they
is
will
well
win
run.
anyway.
It is well run, but it's just like for any coach, it's just easy for you to go and fall in. There's no challenge taking Bayern. There's really not a challenge to be able to run to like be a coach and take Bayern. I'm being serious. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing.
But another way, I'm not convinced about this Nagelsmann thing, man. I'm not a big fan of Nagelsmann. The guy is 2 years older than me. I think he's 36, and he thinks he's gonna coach big clubs.
He's that young?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He is.
man.
Holy shit.
Man, if you are so young, you go to the dressing room, your players laugh at you. You cannot have the control of the dressing room at that age. It's impossible. Football is so away. The dressing room of football team is like if you're too young, you're not getting respect, man.
It's a lot
No
of ego.
chance, even if
A lot
you're.
of ego.
There's a lot of egos, man.
You
He's
need to be
he's almost in the age of Müller.
You need
Müller
to
is
be
gonna be like, you cannot tell me what should I do.
You need to be a badass if you're that young.
What about forget me personally? I do want De Zerbi now. The more I watch Brighton play, the more I want the guy. If we have to go for an Italian,
Brighton, yeah.
if we have to go for an Italian, he's the number one person on my list.
I'm
Before I
not.
think about anybody else.
How are they playing? How are they playing?
They're playing beautiful football, man. I think they're gonna make it to Europe. They're picking attacking football. They score a lot of goals. It's really
Okay.
Yeah, but they
important.
concede a lot of
I have-
goals as well.
There's
Yeah,
a
they do.
message here for you, Clint. Let me read it. Clint, dis-le quoi a besoin d'un coach qui parle français, vu que tout le monde parle français à Milan maintenant.
Oh
He's
my
saying
God, bro! You wrote that in Italian. You read that in English, in all levels, brother.
But I know what he said. He says we need a French coach because everybody speaks French in Milan.
I mean, are y'all still sold on Gautier? I don't know, man. Are sold on him still, or you think PSG is the problem?
Clint, we don't need a coach. We have one, and he's pretty good. That's the reality. We don't need
Actually,
a coach.
Gautier is a good topic because he did a great thing with Lille. It looks like he doesn't have what it takes to do the PSG thing. Well, actually, he wasn't able to do it. So, what do you guys think of Gautier? Is he a failure or is it PSG that is just?
I think I can respond to that first. I think
PSG is a failure, yeah.
I think PSG is a failure because he did a good job. He was able to go to Nice to start over and get Nice into Europe, and he did a good job as well over there, and not with crazy funding. So at least we can say from a work perspective, he was able to replicate what he was doing. Now with PSG, I think PSG they're a failure overall. I mean, they're just a failure, bro. Ancelotti couldn't win over there. Tuchel couldn't win over there. Look at even Unai Emery, right? He got kicked out over there. Unai Emery right now in the Premier League, he's sixth for Aston Villa, and he came mid-season, so he can even force himself into top four if they do him correctly. You see? So I think it's more PSG is not the thing, but I was just want y'all perspective on him. That's what I can.
PSG is the opposite of Bayern Munich. You can put the best coach, the best players, they're still not gonna win it. They're not well run. There is not the hierarchy, and the dressing room is not healthy. So it's not a coach issue; it's a club issue, management, culture.
The culture, definitely. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but against Lille, the technical director, Campos, who was in the stands, actually came down to the sidelines and he was shouting at his players. It was a big news in Paris.
Wow.
And Galtier is there. I'm like, why is the technical director coming down to the pitch and shouting? And Galtier is actually with him.
Locker room, not on the pitch.
But they are friends, to be fair. Galtier and the technical director are friends. And the technical director of PSG is one of the best in the world right now.
Yeah, they're both shouting at the players from the sidelines. Imagine the technical director had to come down and shout at his players. That shows the kind of egos that are there in the dressing room at PSG. So Galtier is a great coach, but PSG as a project itself is pretty dumb.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Neymar. They need to get rid of Messi. They need to just have a normal player, man. They need to have more Selemakers and Messias in that club, man.
Thank you, sir.
Messi than Neymar.
Hey, but here's what I was told. Here's what I was told. They said for PSG to succeed, Actually, if, and that was coming from Thierry Henry, and he added a great point. He said if they kept all the academy players, like the Mike Magnan, the Vincent Coman, the Kolomwani, keep those type of players at the club, and you were able to do something in Europe, meaning they're born and bred there, and don't go and buy expensive players because at least you have an identity with these young, Parisians they're coming from that pipeline. And I think that should be their next way of seeing things instead of try to go get these players and try to build. I mean, they're not gonna do nothing, man. I mean, and I think Messi's not gonna sign. He's out of there already. That's a fact. Um, Mbappe, that's gonna be iffy because if they don't win anything, even if they don't win the league, dude, I think he's gonna try to go to Madrid or he's gonna be out. I mean, you guys saw what he just said, right? He came out. He came out and said PSG using him for
Marketing.
the like for the marketing, and he didn't identify himself with that. Shows you already where the kid stands. Because if he has to come out publicly and do that against the club that he
Yeah,
swung,
but
he's not fully
that's
committed.
cheap.
I feel like he's not fully committed.
That was cheap on him, to be honest.
Bro, they're giving him 60
I
million
agree.
bonuses.
Exactly. That was cheap. You can easily go on if you don't agree with what they did, which I'm on the side of Mbappe, you can go on an office behind closed doors and say you should not do that with my image because you don't have the rights to use my image
I agree.
without my.
And
So you should
and,
go,
and
but not in front of everyone. That means you're cheap. You're like a
so
motherfucker.
do you and like and then just to add on to your point and keep with what you're saying. So why would you do that then? If you're cheap, why would you do that? It means you're not fully committed to the club. It means you
Yeah,
don't
but
even respect
even
the
if you're
club.
not, but
Yeah.
even if you're not fully committed,
think he
you
puts
are a
some bits.
Ballon d'Or, or you're an example. You are the next generation of best football players in the planet. Behave like a man. Just man up, man. You don't need to cry in front of the press.
Listen,
Man up. Even if you're against everything and you want to leave, just man up. Don't do things like this.
Because the thing already is the kid wanted to go to Madrid. He did not want to stay
Well,
there.
why you didn't go? Why you
It
didn't
was
go?
it was a political
the
motive, man. It was
president,
bigger
the
than him.
president,
The
the
president had
president,
to talk to him. Like it's a
Yeah,
political.
Macron came and told.
yeah. Still, it's your
I
fault that you got convinced by the president. So shut up. I
Yeah,
get it.
that's
I
what
get
happened.
it's political. You choose that path. Keep going on that path. Let your contract run out. Shut up, and move on next time. If it's political, whatever. But don't be like a pussy in front of the camera saying, "Oh, they should not use my image," and making. Come on, he's a kid, man. He needs to grow up, man. Seriously, when he does things like this, he needs to grow up on this side of his personality. He's just a kid. Why are you doing things like this? Just fucking
Yeah,
grow up,
Kylian
man.
is a great talent and he's got some personality issues, but I think with PSG it's just corrupt from top to bottom. I think their owner, the Qatari guy, has so many. He's got so many issues with him. I mean, if they get rid of the owners, I think they'll probably be able to do better.
I say this, guys. In 8 years or 6 years, Mbappe is playing for Milan.
6 years. I think at the end of his contract, he's playing for Milan for free.
Not this one.
By that time, hey, by that time, Roy, by that time, all of us on this fucking life will be freaking sleeping, will be homeless in the streets of our respective spots because we didn't donate all our funds and everything that we had to be able to upkeep. That's how broke we are. Man, I like that dream though.
Nah,
Okay.
we're not so broke, man. We're gonna have a new stadium. We're gonna have money, high revenues.
I
Are
don't
we
think
like,
we'll
do
have a
you
new
know,
stadium in my lifetime.
Actually, I have a question for you guys. Would you take Messi?
Any day.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take Messi. I wouldn't take Messi. And
Okay.
I respect who says any day because it's such a flipping. You flip a coin. In my opinion, it's kind of a flipping a coin. You can have a Messi, which is Messi, or you can have a guy that can destabilize the balance, the dressing
yeah,
room.
yeah, and
Pioli's
I agree with
choice.
Lyle. Yep, I agree
You
with
need a
Lyle
big
in
coach
that
for
PSG,
Messi. Pioli is not good enough.
PSG just proved Messi at PSG just proved that Messi doesn't control the narrative like that under certain circumstances.
No, guys, Messi has zero personality. He doesn't control anything. Did you
No,
guys
he
see?
has
Did
personality.
you see
He
his
has
his
personality.
speech he did with the Argentinian team? That is, I mean,
Yeah, but
it's just because of what he does on the pitch that people like listen to what he says. But this guy has zero character, zero personality. But listen,
forget about the
I agree with
personality.
AJ. I would take him in right away.
I don't. He will break the balance of the team. The balance
The
of the
only, yeah, the only free agent that I want this summer coming is Luka Modric. That's it.
Oh yeah,
No Messi, none of that.
I wouldn't be sad if that happens for sure.
Yeah, I will be okay with Modric because Modric is a player that will not break the balance.
Okay,
He
I do
will
agree.
add
I do
something.
agree that Modric is probably a better option.
The only free agent I want is a SMS.
Oh, that's
He's not a free agent.
a good
He's
one.
not a
He
free
is.
agent.
He is.
Is he actually? No, he's not.
Yeah, he
no,
is.
in 2024 he's going to be free.
Yeah,
2024.
he's free to discuss contract, right? Who cares?
No,
In-
he's free to discuss
in
contract in 8 months.
January.
In 8 months.
In January he's going
In
to be
January. So I agree with you. Wait another year and get him for free. I agree. Not pay
Oh, yeah.
40 million to Lotito, things like that. Just wait another year, sell CDK for 25 million and get him for free.
Sell
What?
CDK.
What? Why? Give him time, man. Tonali
Well,
took a year to
if the
settle in.
dude is no. If the dude is playing like this for another year, you can give him the a lifetime. The guy is not switching. He's not switching it on.
Like,
Playing bad is one thing.
What happened to you and me agreeing that we're gonna give him like even 3 to 5 years? What's up with this talk?
Because I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
he's gonna show some balls, man. The problem with him is not that he's not good at playing football. We all know he's good at playing football. The guy is not showing balls. The guy looks like he's forced to play
Dude,
at San
you
Siro
saw
with 75,000
you,
people.
you saw how they pushed him off the ball, that Empoli game? He tried to get the ball and he got pushed off like easy.
I
I
don't-
don't know if y'all. I was like, that was
I don't
disappointing.
even, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't even
he
care
does,
about the,
physiologically he's weak. He's still weak. He needs to grow.
dude. Diaz, Selemakers, they had bad seasons. They had it, and I want them to stay at Milan because they were giving everything. They really care about the club. You can see they were giving. They were not scared about San Siro, the crowd. This guy is scared, man. I'm not gonna keep him more than another year if he's still scared and shitting himself when he comes and play football. I'm gonna take the loss and move on and get another player in.
At
Easy
least
as
he
that.
needs to do at least 1 or 2 more seasons. At least.
No. Listen, he's gonna do another season. Next season he will be at Milan. I want him to show up personality.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. Maybe next season, yes. Though I would love to see him make some impact when he comes off benches. Maybe he'll play a little better. But yeah, I think maybe next season, if he's here, he should start putting in some performances.
You remember the game that we did against Juventus that we won 3-0? That allows us to go to top 4, that game we won
Yeah.
3-0.
The
I want
Tomori
you to
header.
show me that personality that Diaz showed in that game. Scored a goal, gave an assist, got a penalty. I want that type of personality, man. Show me that personality. Diaz didn't have a great season. He had good games, bad games, but he was showing me some personality. A 21 years old kid
You know
on
who
loan
was
from Real Madrid, he was showing personality.
you know who was rubbing their hands when Diaz did that super performance against Juventus?
Who?
Real Madrid.
Man, they're not getting him, man. He's gonna play for Milan next season.
Hey,
He's gonna play for
adding to
Milan.
that, Diaz performance in Juventus. So more CDK specific. I think the first 3 games that Milan played and CDK was a part of it. I think he had the most chances created, goal scoring chances, or I think. something of that sort.
There was a certain point in the season where
So-
he had those stats. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so let's not. Maybe he just started losing confidence because there were so many opportunities and players were just throwing them away, and he himself had a goal scoring opportunity which he missed. And it did take a little hurt to his confidence, but I'm sure he'll bounce
Yeah,
back.
but
He gave
sorry.
an interview recently,
Well,
and
if you lose confidence and you don't gain it again, you need 12 months to gain it again. You're not a Milan player. Telemakers lose confidence 2 weeks after. He's trying the dribbling. He's trying something. He still has the confidence to keep trying to play his football. So what I'm arguing with CDK is not the talent. It's not the football player. I'm arguing the man. I'm questioning the man.
You're being heavily attacked. You're being heavily attacked, Lart. Heavily attacked.
Yeah, like
That's the reality.
they're attacking you crazy, man. You gotta respond to this.
Lart is always ready to give up on our players, but he'll dick ride Pioli all year long.
Sorry.
Yeah, but Pioli is the reason why we still are excited to watch this team play football. Before Pioli, for 7 years, we didn't play Champions League football, and we were crying and moaning about the football and the team. So yeah, I'm gonna dick ride Pioli, man, because the reason why we still love this club and 70,000 people show up at San Siro is a bit for this man, not for CDK. So I'm gonna shit on CDK and the fact that he ghosted an entire season.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I've done it with a lot of other players, and I'm not gonna stop with CDK because he has a cute face.
Hey, you know what? To be honest, he's still got a couple of games. I think we've got about 8 games to go this season for Serie A, and I feel that he's got that time to make the impact, and I hope he does. Because if he doesn't, then
it has to be something, even if it's something small, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
It's better than nothing, essentially. Let's
totally agree.
Even Origi, even if Origi can do something, just a little bit, then I mean, at this point we're asking for the minimum. Give us something small.
I mean, by starting against Empoli and failing miserably, I've lost all hope in Origi. Hoping CDK can still make some impact. Rebic, I don't know. He's just lost cause, man. I don't know what's wrong with him.
But I mean, even when we did the turnover against for I can't remember which Champions League game it was. We played against Cremonese. Origi started that game. And he had what? He had like a crazy record. In 60 minutes, the player that touched the less balls in the history of the Serie A, something like that. And he had like 20% pass rate in 60 minutes.
They missed like 80% of the passes, something like that.
Yeah, some crazy record like that. There's something wrong with that player now. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I don't understand that signing.
You know what's worse is that I've seen some of his plays. They're so horrible. I'm sure Pioli must be looking at that. He can't be starting him by looking at what he's doing on the pitch. I'm sure there are players that can do better than that. And that's what eats me up. I was like, if this guy is so fucking useless, I'm pretty sure you're not playing. He must be doing something in the training to convince, and then he just can't bring it to the pitch. Either Pioli is mad or this guy forgets how to play football when he's on the pitch. So I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never liked the signing in the first place, but I just don't understand. I thought he was going to score. I thought his output was going to be much better than this, to be honest with you. I thought he was going to at least get minimum a 10 goal contribution. But the truth is that 10 goal contribution is pretty good.
No, actually, I had a very realistic expectation of him. I was like, okay, this guy is probably going to be a bench player. He comes on, he scores some crucial goals. If he scores even 5, 6, damn, I think he's done his job. In fact, that's what I was hoping. I didn't expect 10 goals. I thought he'll do 6. Forget 6. I don't see him doing even a single goal at this point.
All I can say is, look, I feel really bad. And I need Hans and Paul. They need to come explain themselves on these 2 players, man. They have to. CDK, I'll give him a pass. But for Origi, Paul needs to really explain himself.
No.
Because that Empoli game, listen, that Empoli game, man, I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, dude, does he know how to play football? Like, what's going on?
No, Paul. Sorry, Clint, you cannot give a pass to a 37 million player. You cannot give him a pass. And by the way, the guy's been healthy, no injuries at all. Pioli has played him a lot of games, and he's still not producing.
No, I think CDK is young, like he's 21. It's different situation. Origi isn't Origi supposed to be a Champions League winner?
Yeah, the thing is with CDK, we didn't really say that he would have came and done all this crazy or scored 20 goals. See, there's one player in particular They say he was coming to score 20, and that's. I feel like
Clint,
Origi's worried about his brand, his clothing brand, or whatever the hell. I don't know.
Clint, for,
Maybe he's
forget
better
about the
off at
things
being.
we've said. Forget about the things we've said. Origi comes in against Tottenham and he gets a chance and he hits the post.
Unlucky. He
You
was
see him-
unlucky, man. True.
Okay, but the whole point is not about the chance. The guy is focused on trying to get something. He's brave enough to get that shot.
Okay, let me ask you a question, man. Is
The
his
problem
salary
is he's not
his
brave enough.
salary worth his output?
If he scores a goal against Napoli and goes,
Clint,
No,
you're
no.
in trouble. Clint, you're in trouble.
if he scores a goal against Napoli and we go ahead to
Pause
the
here.
finals,
Pause
Why?
here.
Why?
he's
Why?
worth it.
Clint.
Hey,
salary
hey,
is
Ghana
worth
boy.
it.
Speak.
Clint.
Speak. Ghana boy. You need to explain yourself, brother. I'm on
First
you.
of all, ça va?
Ça va très bien.
Bonsoir.
Ça va très bien.
Good.
Vas-y.
Good. Origi is physically not right. That's what this
What?
is.
He's physically not
Origi is
fit.
not fit. Yeah, he's not right. That's why I think like it doesn't make sense. For me,
I mean, he's
I don't
not
think
like
physically he's
Lukaku, like over 100 kilos. I think he's mentally unfit.
Or is it a Belgium effect right now? Or they all not good? Or Belgians all not good now? What's going on?
Salamarcus is balling out in his Belgium. So I don't know.
Yeah, y'all were dissing him. Y'all need to apologize to my boy 856
Why
because only me
why
and
you
Roy
keep adding
had his
me?
defense.
No. Nathan, not me.
Yeah,
I just
Nathan
want
been
Salamarcus.
ghosted. Yeah, I need to get that fool. He's been
Nathan,
ghosting.
not me.
He needs to come here and apologize. Cause
Nah.
talking about that Zaniolo stuff, Nathan needs to come over here and
I
speak.
don't know what you guys see in Zaniolo, honestly, man. I don't think it's that good.
No, but we're not done with the Origi. Keep going. Explain yourself. Don't deviate.
No. Origi is warming up, man. He's just warming up, man. He only scores big
Warming
goals.
up
These little
how?
games don't-
For what? You said 20 goals. You said 20
These
goals,
little
man.
games, and I still stand by my 20 goals, man. 10 toes down, man. I still
There's 8
stand by
games
my
left.
20 goals.
You think he's Holland now? There's 8
Listen,
games left.
anything can happen. Anything can happen, Clint. Anything can happen. Origi, Milan Lab was breaking Origi, man. I blame Milan Lab for this. This is not on Origi, man. That's what this is. It's simple.
Wow, you guys heard this? Anything can happen. 8 games left.
Anything.
We might still see the 20. Okay.
Clint.
Anything.
By the way,
The plus one. Don't forget the plus one.
I was wrong about the Origi 20. I thought he's gonna score 20 goals in this season. He scored. I think he did 3 goal contribution this season.
He scored 2. He scored 3 goals, but I think he scored 2, right?
And he did an assist. So 3 goal contribution.
Better
My
than
whole point is
CDK.
that this,
But that's 5 million or what? That's 5 million. That's 5 million a year. You okay with that?
but no, Clint. But the season is not finished, man. The season is not finished. We have 2 key games against Napoli. We have a lot of games to win to finish top 4. And if we go ahead, we have a semi-final to play as well. So we have 8 plus 4 maybe. We have 12 to 15 games still to play, and they're all key games. The guy can still contribute with 5-6 goal contribution and bring you big results. So it's still too early to say what Origi can contribute in this season. CDK, personally, I don't see him.
You're so biased. But for CDK you can, but this one you can.
Because
Wow.
the guy is not brave, man. The guy gets a chance to shot and he does not shot. The guy is scared to dribble. Yeah, shoot. He's scared to dribble. He's scared to do
Did I miss
a decisive pass.
Did I just miss the
biased,
Clint
man.
Paul clash of Origi?
Yeah, you did, man.
Oh no.
You did. Look. Like CDK is what 21. Like, I would still keep him for another season for sure, but he needs to get his personality right. He needs to get his weight up. All of it, man. He's too soft. He's too fragile. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. This guy was
Figlio di mamma, figlio di papà. What's the word? What's the
Figlio di nonna.
figlio di nonna?
I don't
Figlio di
know.
nonna. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He needs to go back to Belgium and have a weekend with his parents.
I mean, people are saying Pioli's playing him wrong. Pioli should play him here.
I think he
Pioli
is.
should
I
play
think.
the Queenie.
But like, watch.
CDK
I feel
right
like
now, wherever
if
you play
CDK
him,
can
he's going
come
to
in
skip.
and if he can score against Napoli and he brings us to the top, that would be crazy.
That'd be great.
Y'all gonna
Yeah, that'd be
apologize.
I will.
Okay, no,
I
no,
will. I will.
I'm
I
gonna
will apologize to
apologize.
Rigi if he does that. I will
Listen,
apologize to Rigi if
But
he does.
I still
But
need people to apologize. I feel I'm not satisfied with what
Clint.
Salamakers did against Napoli. I still need apologies for Salamakers, man. Because that guy that
Uh-oh.
went under
Oh,
the
no,
rug.
Clint,
I'm not with it.
Clint,
I need
I will
apologies from you
apologize.
for Napoli to
I will,
Pioli because you're still Pioli out.
dude.
I'm still
I
Pioli
will
out. I don't care. I'm
apologize
still
if
What
Pioli
is,
out.
CDK plays.
what is this?
Paul,
What is this?
Clint, if Pioli picks CDK to play against Napoli for 10 minutes, I will apologize. I will say, I apologize. Pioli is picking CDK, so CDK is a valuable player. I can bet my life that CDK is not even
Hey,
getting
but
1
guys,
minute against Napoli.
guys, I have a serious question here, right? So at this point, right? So what was the point? What's the difference at this point now? Not keeping a Colombo or keeping a Lazetic if you know you got to rest Giroud and we're having a forward problem. What's the point of loaning these guys?
Yeah,
Because if
bring
they
back
stay, they
Colombo.
can still get
I
playing
don't. I
time.
don't think. I don't
So I
think
don't
Pioli
I
understand.
agree.
anticipated Rebic and Origi playing like this. Honestly, I don't
Rebic
think
is
he did.
horrible, man. Oh
Rebic is
my
terrible.
God.
Not good.
Oh my
No,
days.
guys,
Yeah.
you guys are
Rebic
overreacting. You guys
needs to.
are
I'm not
Rebic's time at
overreacting.
Milan is finished.
no, you guys are overreacting. You guys are
I'm not
Rebic's time at Milan is
overreacting.
finished.
He
Like,
went. He went one on one of the goalkeeper and smashed the
still,
ball to the goalkeeper.
and
Come on, man.
dude, we've seen Giroud missing chances like this, even clear chances.
Giroud
We've
didn't
seen
miss
our,
last game. Missed
but
the chance last game.
no, but it doesn't matter. He missed another game, and we didn't win that game. He missed against Inter, in front of the goal. He missed the control, and he didn't score the goal. He missed a lot of chances, man. You guys are overreacting. I saw Origi and Rebic get in the last 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes against Tottenham, and they were extremely productive. They were running, they were pressing, they were making fouls, creating chances, going on a counter, covering the pitch. I gave you 6 or 7 things they were doing in the pitch. They are fundamental to go and get the results and win a game. So they are healthy. It doesn't look like, but they're actually covering the pitch. They're contributing a lot to the bigger picture.
I don't know. I wasn't.
They can score more. They need more output. They need more output for sure. They need more goals, assists.
For sure.
But they are functional.
There's no listen.
How you guys feel about Pobega?
I thought he played well last game. I thought it was good last game.
Big player.
But what's the point of playing Bakayoko? Like purely, I don't. What? Okay, why is Adley on the bench?
I mean, he's not training well. That's what I think.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I was
But
gonna say that.
move him away from the team.
I'm so sorry.
No,
Why are we
you
not
don't do
playing
that.
Adley?
Free Adley. Adley's
Dude,
good.
but you guys
I have no
cannot
idea.
talk like Adley. I don't know, man. I don't think Adley should play. Man. I don't think Adley should play.
Well, why not?
I think because the players should play is Benacer, Krunic,
Do you-
Tonali, Pobega, Diaz, Selemakers, Messias, Rebic, Leao, Giroud, Origi. These are the players should play. No Adley. No Adley CDK. I'm sorry, man.
Wow.
Okay,
Very
but based on
talented.
what metric are you doing? Are you making that? Making
Based
that?
on the metric that I've seen Adley play for Milan in Serie A. He didn't move the needle.
Well, come on,
So
lad.
if
You
you
saw
don't
him play
move the
for
needle-
6. You saw him play for 11 minutes.
He started a game in Serie A. I saw him start a game and nothing changed. So if I have to put a player that nothing changed, play Selemakers, play Pobega, play Messias. Play the
Okay,
other
here I think here you're taking the approach. I'm going to protect Pioli no matter what. I think that
No,
the
I'm
real
not
answer,
protecting- I'm not, Roy. No. I'm not protecting Pioli, man. I'm not protecting Pioli. If you are providing me the same output or less than the guys that won the league, I'm going to play the guys that won the league.
I think the real answer to this is that nobody can really know because we don't see it.
No. Pioli knows because Pioli sees Adley on the training ground. And if
I don't think
Adley
he's
is
training
performing,
But
so he's not
but listen,
training well, or maybe he's not good enough.
Like this is one thing that I've seen, and I can say this with I'm 100% sure about what I'm about to say. I know that those games don't mean nothing, but in the friendlies, Ali is always, if not the best player, one of the best players.
In Italy, when he played in Serie A, he didn't play at the same level on the friendly.
Yeah, that one
so clearly
game.
was
Sure.
the friendly. Yeah, that clearly was the friendly. We didn't see the level of he had in the friendly. So clearly in the friendly he did well because the motivation of the opponent team or the tactics were suitable for him to perform well.
I'm just going to say I don't know why. I'm going to leave it there.
Well,
I don't know
and
why.
I'm telling you that I know. Pioli is seeing him in on the training and he's not giving more than the other player.
Yeah, I think he's not training well. I think he's not training.
Pioli is not a
Bakayoko,
crazy...
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Pioli, no. People need to understand Pioli is not a madman that is not going to pick a guy that is really good. Pioli is not crazy. Pioli wants his job more than us wanting Milan to win. So if you think that Adli is much better than Messia, Selemakers, Diaz, or Krunic, Tonali, Pobega, if he thinks that he's much better, he will play him. He's not a mad person. That's the thing that I'm saying.
Should he be playing ahead of Bakayoko, as any maniac is saying?
No, because he plays Bakayoko in the last. He plays Bakayoko in the last 5 minutes, and probably Bakayoko is 6'4" feet tall. He has physicality. He has experience. He's a bigger lad on corners and situations like this. So he want a tall guy. So why should they have it?
No.
I mean,
Lie. We need to know that if Adli is not performing well, then at this point of the season, he should have been excluded from, the team completely. I feel like at this point you're playing mind games with a player.
But it does not work like this, man. You don't exclude people. You don't get people. You're not training now. Just stay at home. But this is not Sunday league.
But how do so riddle this to me? How we're now with 30 games in the league. The kid hasn't really been injured. He's barely even started a game.
Because he's not good enough.
Then that's why you exclude him. Why not?
But no, you don't exclude him. You finish the season. You allow him to train to keep healthy. He's an asset, man. You need to take money. You need to get money out of here.
But then you should have loaned them. Then you should have loaned them. I feel like they managed him wrong. You can agree with this. He got managed wrong.
I cannot agree because you guys need every single piece to be in the right place, no matter what. So
no, it's not that. No, it's not that.
No, Clint, you need players. You need a 30 squad players with to train to have a training session. You need numbers. You need 5 goalkeepers or 4 goalkeepers. You need 22 players just to do all.
So you think he's just a prop? So pretty much you're telling me Adli is a training prop?
There is at the one. If you don't find space in the team, you become a prop. Yeah, bro, you laugh.
Think about player morale, man. Think about player morale.
These are professional. Dude, these are how professional clubs work, man.
Dude, look at this comment. He's going at you. That dude's attacking you. Like, you need to respond, man. I don't know who it is, but
respond.
He's Adli's cousin, maybe. What should I say to him? He's Adli's cousin. People care.
Let me read it. Fuck that training excuse. Are you telling me that Ali has not had a single good practice session? Then you're high. Please, he played in the physical French league, so he can at least be given a game.
And he got a game. He started a game and he played.
But one game is not enough. Like, of course, the first game you're not going to be the best, especially if the team around you. I mean, that game.
Oh my God, bro! If you have available Tonali, Benacer, Krunic, and Pobega, probably they train better than Adli. This dude is telling me it's not possible. He's assuming that it's not possible that Adli had a good training session. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Even if you had a good training session, maybe Pobega had as good as you. Maybe Bakayoko had it as good as you. What do you guys think is a good training session, by the way? Come on, man.
But first of all, he's not a replacement to those players, according to Pioli.
He's a number 10.
He's a number 10. Yeah.
Definitely, he's not having a better game than our.
So you're telling me CDK is training better than Adli then too, right?
That I find
Probably.
hard to believe. I find hard to believe that
Probably.
CDK would be CDK. That's politics. For me, that's politics.
Yeah,
CDK
that's
is
what I feel
playing because of the
because
price tag, guys. He's just playing because of the price tag. Let's be honest.
I
That's
just
what it
feel
is.
I just feel like Adli is really being mismanaged, and I don't think he's been given the proper chance. I'm sorry, like that training stuff.
No.
I'm sorry. Every you would agree, like you just saying for the sake of saying that, but you would have if that was happening to your little Diaz buddy, you'd have been saying something else on this call. Let's
What's
not
his
do it.
name?
He needs
Say
a
his name.
chance.
Say his name. Say his name. Diaz.
His
Clint,
Diaz,
Clint, Clint. I never, when Diaz was not starting the game, I never complained. I never complained, man. I never complained.
but at
And
least he
by the
was
way,
coming in. You would have complained if you're not even seeing him, bro. Adli is
no,
just on
because
the
I don't
bench.
care about Diaz, man. If the team is winning, Clint, if the team is winning and playing well, I don't care about Diaz, man.
But
You
we're
need to
not doing
understand
that.
this. Dude, Diaz, Clint, when Diaz came at Milan and I didn't know who the guy was, I was not complaining why he was not starting ahead of how's it called? Akan Çalhanoğlu and all the other guys. I was not complaining because I didn't know the guy and I didn't care about the guy. I care about Milan. I wanted the best team to start. When Diaz starts and he plays good games and Pioli plays it again, you start to engage and connect with the player and you start to think, okay, this player can give something. He's a good player, can give something. So why is not playing? Why is playing less? Bradley is not getting in the team. So basically, he's not good enough. Why you guys care about a guy that has played 60 minutes
Yeah,
for Milan?
I believe
That
Adli's
is
biggest
weird. That is weird.
Adli's asset
weird.
is that he's got a flair and he's got good creativity. And for teams that have a low block like Empoli had, and a lot of the lower table teams put against Milan, I think Pioli should adapt a little bit and give. I believe from what I read is that Pioli does not appreciate the fact that Adli is not as fast, or he doesn't defend or something like that. He's not physically up to the mark. But when you're playing against such low block teams, I think Pioli should give him a try because he has some more of a creativity up his sleeve. And
And when
because
they're
I feel
young
that
like
Pioli is
this,
not adjusting like he should
right?
be.
Okay.
As he should be, right?
Okay, let's.
And the thing is also is that I start. Hold on, before you go through, the problem also is like Pioli just even said Pioli doesn't really speak English like that. So I feel like a lot of problems on Pioli, bro. Like communication
I
issues.
know,
I
man,
feel
you
like might
think
be a
that.
main
I know
thing.
you think that.
And
Pioli
I
speaks
think that
French.
because
Though.
he's still
Okay.
out for me.
Pioli speaks French.
Okay,
though. Speaks French.
Pioli speak French, but let's analyze the thing. So the changes Pioli makes against Empoli, he brings in Giroud, Brahim Diaz, Leao, Florenzi, and CDK. So you were telling me he should not bring CDK, he should bring Adli in.
No,
the
I'm
last
not
10
saying
minutes.
that. Just look at the patterns. If you see the games that we play against lower league table teams,
But
they all play low
on
block,
this case,
and he
what
failed
you will
at.
do?
I
What you
mean,
will
see,
do? You have
I'm not a
Giroud,
coach.
Brahim Diaz, Rafael Leao, Florenzi, and the Kettler in the bench. These are the choices. Who will you put instead of you? What do you do?
I
Would you
mean,
not
come
put
on. All our
Leao?
first team players are on the bench. Of course, if I really needed a goal, I would have brought them on. But to be frank,
So he
just
did the
look at.
right choice in this case.
I mean, I would have started with Adli. I'd given him an opportunity. If you know for a fact that the team is going to put a low block, I mean, and Origi didn't do shit for 45 minutes, just sub him off.
So
Give the guy
will
45
start
minutes.
with Adli, but you will start with Adli as a striker. No, as a number 10.
Not striker. Maybe make a little bit of a change. Push someone up. I mean, make 2 changes. Bring another striker. Give Adli an opportunity. I mean, we're playing with Pobega, who got checked.
Let's think for a second. What is it doing to that player's morale? You understand? Like it's so messed up. This is messed up. What
But
Pioli's doing is
I'm
messed up.
sorry, but I'm sorry. 1 second. So because I want to go on the exact situation here. So you will play Adli instead of Pobega. You will start.
I
with Adli
would
instead
give
of
him a
Pobega.
chance by pushing
Okay.
Benacer back, putting Adli in the attacking midfield,
And Pobega in the bench.
and Pobega could be substituted.
No.
Yes.
No, but bro, the thing is, Benacer is going to play number 10 against Napoli. So you want him to be more comfortable in that position.
Exactly.
In time
You want him
for
to
Napoli.
grow in that position.
Yeah, you want him to become used to that position. So you still play
you want him to
Benacer
grow in
at
that
number 10.
position. You want him to grow in that position with Rebic and Origi as well.
If anything, I should have.
So I have a
Pioli
question,
probably
right?
start three.
So
Yeah, go on.
we have a game, we go 4-0 up, Napoli. Boost his confidence, we're not gonna score. Put Adli in. He's not having game time. Throw him in.
Okay.
Why didn't you do that?
Okay, let me reply to you.
Go ahead.
So you will put you want to put Adli and boost his confidence, or you want to put Rebic, Origi, CDK, and boost their confidence because they can help you on other games.
No, man, I'm just saying the timing. Well, I mean, we let Origi play for 60 minutes. I thought that just looking at his first half performance, he should have been subbed off halftime.
Okay, but I'm telling you, he needs Origi in Champions League. He needs Origi to get confidence and to play football and get ready for the Champions League for that last 10 minutes against Napoli. He needs Origi to get ready and switch on for that 10 minutes against Napoli. So he needs to start him.
Yeah, that could be one logic. Not arguing. Could be.
There is a lot of logic for why Pioli is choosing some players instead of others. Now, my question is, why you guys want Adli? Why Adli is a more valuable person than Pobega and he should start?
Nobody never said that. Like that's you.
Because he's not better than Pobega. No, you guys.
You're invading your own narrative. We have not compared Adli to any player. No. Listen. No, wait. No. Listen. No, we never said Adli is better than anybody. The whole basis this conversation started is why is the kid not playing? Why is not even getting proper chance? Even coming in 5-10 minutes.
Why should play?
Okay, again.
I feel like you agreed with us a couple of months, but you're just being like an anti for the sake of conversation.
Dude, I don't agree when you guys ask for players and they're not good enough. And Pioli he hasn't chosen them for 6 months.
Now I think not good enough, boy.
He's not good enough.
You just call
you were dick riding. Listen, you were dick riding Adli in the summer preseason, weren't you? You thought I kept it.
Wrong.
Oh man, King, did you just call him light or Roy, basically?
And I was wrong. So,
man.
Clint, why you guys are so attached to this player? Why?
We're not attached, man. We're all Milan fans. Listen, we're all Milan fans. The same way you advocate
for
you
guys
Pioli,
are
you said
fan. You're not Milan fan. You're Adli. You are Adli fan, man. You're questioning people that have won something, have been in this club for three years against the dude that came 6 months ago.
How do you know, though?
Because you are fighting and you are questioning the position of a coach for a dude that came in 6 months ago.
Pioli should be questioned. We're dropping all these points. Pioli should be questioned on all levels. I'm sorry.
But it's not because Adli is not playing, man. We're not dropping points.
That's one of the reasons.
That's true.
If we have a performance, listen. If we get a performance like the one we saw in Empoli, which I don't think we played bad, give this kid a chance. Why is he on the players list if he's not playing? We're going to question it as fans. That's what I'm saying.
Because he's a professional football player, man. That's what your job is.
It's not an excuse, man.
And even if they don't play you, no, it's not an excuse. It's a fact. As a professional footballer, you're getting paid to do what the coach is asking. And if the coach is asking you not to play, you still have to do it, man. It's not a charity organization that everyone needs to play.
Okay. We got a couple of more matches to go. And we are playing almost every
Mirante has played this year. That's crazy to me. Mirante has played.
Mirante has not played this year.
Yeah.
You sure? Played friendly, but not. We played friendly, not a starting game. No. I'm sure about that. Mirante has not played any professional game for Milan this season.
He has not.
So we are playing a couple of more matches
100%
against the lower league table teams, and I'm hoping that Pioli finds a way to break the slow block teams. And I think Adli could be the key with his creativity. I just hope I see a bit of him. I mean, we need to win the last few matches that we've got in the Serie A.
Yeah, we can't afford to do those little gimmicky, we do one good game, because we need to beat all these slow teams or we just drop out.
Oh, you tell me, man. We need to beat this team or we need to play Adli? What is the objective of Milan this season? Play Adli or
Playing oddly by beating
Oh,
these teams.
playing Adli.
Yes, I
Playing
give you a
Adli.
response.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know why? Because if Pioli plays Adli and he does not win, you're gonna blame Pioli, not Adli. That's what you're
I
gonna say.
will.
Why Pioli
I
playing
will.
Adli? Of course, that
I
you're gonna
will
do
blame.
that.
Listen, I will
So that's
listen. I
why you
still
want
say
Adli to
Pioli out.
play. Yeah. So
So now,
the
so
main
if
objective
Pioli,
of the
but
Milan
listen,
fan is Adli to play, not Milan to
no, no,
win
but
games.
listen, no, but listen. But if Pioli does not include Ali and he better win because he hasn't answered my
Why? Because
request.
Adli's
So
not Modric, man. Adli's not Modric, man.
you say
He's
that
not
now.
Modric. He's
Watch.
not
Give the
putting
kid
in the
some
bench
chance,
Modric.
though. No, but like
No,
no.
because
But
he's
games
not a
aside, no. But
charity.
like
He's not a
games aside,
charity.
no. But games aside, though, I'm just questioning for the fact is why y'all renew this guy preseason. I'm questioning not just Pioli, but how do we see preseason? He has that performance. We all see it. Then the season even started. The first season, he's not even coming in. So there's a lot of
Yeah,
questions we
because
need
he's
to
not
ask ourselves.
developing. He's not developing the way Pioli wants, or the it's not useful to the team, or other players are giving more to the team. Well, what do you want me to say, man? At this point, I really don't care who plays and who does not play. I'll be honest with you.
Yes, you are. You don't say you
No,
really don't care that. If they drop layout tomorrow, you're gonna be complaining. Stop that.
well, but Leao is not Adli. That's not Adli. I'm talking about the guys that never play. I'm not. It's like somebody telling me, "Oh, why
What
you
about
don't give
Messias?
time to?"
If Messias come back and they don't start him, you're gonna be upset.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care at all. I honestly don't care. I don't care about Rebic. I don't care about Origi. In an ideal world, I will play always the best players, but you need to rotate. But I don't care about Messias.
It's
I
crazy at
don't
one
care.
point. If they ever told you at one point Rebic was better than Leao in the season, nobody would even believe you nowadays. It's fucking ridiculous. No, but for me, I'm
Rebic.
just trying to, play him around. Adley looks like a good kid. I just want him to have a chance. That's all I'm saying. It's not like I'm an Adley fan or nothing.
He has a
That is,
chance, man. He has the chance. He has the chance to get in Milan and learn train with one of the best teams in the world. That is the big chance, man. That is a massive chance.
so you think Diaz is staying with us?
Yeah, looks
You
like
think
he's gonna
he's?
stay. Real Madrid is not
I
gonna
don't think
keep
so.
him, and he wants
I
to
don't think
stay.
so. But I think
What do you
Madrid
mean
is
he doesn't
gonna
think so?
come and poach him. Like Madrid they can be like, you're gonna have a place in this team.
But listen, the latest news I heard, Nicolas Kira, which is top tier,
Yeah, no.
he says Milan has made an offer of 16 million for Brahim Diaz. If we make an offer for 16 million for Brahim Diaz, that means that there is an agreement with the player that the player wants to stay.
That's a bargain. I don't think Madrid's gonna sell one of their guys for 60 mil.
Well, let's see. Maybe we buy him for 25, but still, that means the player wants to stay. If we're making an offer, that means that Diaz has told Maldini, "I want to stay. Buy me. Make
And
the
if
deal
Diaz
happen."
and you get it Diaz for 25 mil, and next year he gives you just 3 goals and 2 assists, would you complain or you'll be like Diaz already proved himself?
I don't know. I wouldn't complain because it depends how much he contributes in general to the game. Because 3 goals and 2 assists, if he scores those 3 goals and 2 assists in quarter, semi-final, and the final, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Depends when he does those 3 goals and 2 assists. These was the numbers of Cedar in a season: 3 goals and 2 assists. Cedar was making like 6, 7 goal contribution a season. So it's not like
Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all spoke about the Napoli, but what do you think this Empoli game does to us going into that Napoli game Wednesday?
I it makes her more humble. The, so it's better in my opinion. It keeps us more focused and not too.
But can you agree like this year we just haven't been good at home?
Sorry.
Can we agree that this year I feel like we haven't been good at home, like playing at San Siro, like overall if we look at
Uh,
throughout the whole season.
I don't know because the season evolves. Everything changes. The objectives of the season change. So when the objective of the season is top four, the team gets more relaxed. Especially when you have big games coming in 5 days, like the Napoli game in Champions League. And now the players, even if they're gonna tell you we think one game at a time, the reality is they don't think one game at a time. When they have Empoli to play, they are thinking about Napoli already. When they train to prepare the Empoli game, they are training to prepare the Napoli game in their mind. They don't they are trying not to get injured. When Teo Hernandez is playing against Empoli, is not making that extra sprint because he knows he does not want to get injured. He wants to play against Napoli. They don't give everything. The Teo Hernandez of 2 years ago with that Champions League in that Empoli game will push and push and push to try to find the win. The Teo Hernandez that knows that he's playing in 5 days against Napoli is pushing less, is being more positional. And like this, every other player is risking it less because they don't want to get injured. They're thinking about the Napoli game. They know the Inter lost or points. They're still in the top four, so they play more relaxed. So it's a completely different scenario right now in the mind of the players. It's
I don't know, man. It's I really think I really think we should be able to close out. Like we should be able to do a game at San Siro. We should go all in the first. Because I started to notice, even though I know with these games in the Champions League, there's no more like there's no the away go and all that stuff. But I think the first game really sets the tone as well. Like I realize in some of these like these different knockout rounds. So we gotta perform because we can't play bad and get beat by them and expect some type of miracle at over there. I think
But
personally
we're
we
not
really
gonna
need to
get
go
beat
all
at
out.
San Siro. We're not gonna get beat at San Siro. Come on, man. We're not.
No, it's just an
We're not
example. I
gonna
never
get.
said I would do just, but don't be too optimistic. Oh well, you're predicting now. Careful now.
But Napoli is shitting themselves, man. Napoli is shitting themselves. I know that.
But I always feel like defensively, Napoli for me has been the weakest. Like people don't want to mention it, but even when they used to go on these rampage beating, they're not too solid defensively, man. Like Kim Benje is good, but Miredas, he's not a top tier goalie. Rachmani to me, I don't really rate the guy as a top tier thing. This isn't a good form. That's just personally how I feel about it. And that can be
Um,
really unconventional, but I never rated those like that side. Di Lorenzo, Mario, I don't rate these players. I don't. I never did.
Statistically, Napoli is actually doing very well defensively.
Yeah, they are. Don't get this. I said the form, but I still don't rate those players though. On one, that's compared to other players. I don't rate them. Me personally, I don't. Rugmani wouldn't start
I
in my
don't.
team. I'm sorry.
I don't rate them as a big game players for sure. They are not big game players. The moment things are going bad, they are like us. They crumble. They are not established players. They
Larry,
will
Larry,
they will struggle. Yeah.
remember, so we had that conversation with that other podcast regarding Salamakers, right? They were saying that Salamakers would never win the Champions League, blah blah blah, whatever, whatnot. And but imagine this, and Clint brought up Di Lorenzo. Imagine this. So I was looking at Di Lorenzo's history when Di Lorenzo was Salamakers' age. Di Lorenzo was playing for a club called Matera, which is in Serie C, Serie D, right? And then he went.
Jesus Christ.
So imagine if when someone would have asked anybody, do you think Di Lorenzo, when he was Vegio Salamakers, is ever going to be the starter of a national team that's going to win the Euro and the starter of a team right now that is about to win the Napoli Scudetto? And nobody would have said yes, right? This is why you cannot rule these young players out. You cannot you rule these players out.
No. Especially the players that they give everything for the shirt. At the end, they're not like Salamakers gives everything. He runs a lot. But yeah, dude, but these people, man, the way they talk, you hear that they're casuals. They started to look football the last 5 years. And they started looking at football on the surface. The Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, Modric. They're looking at the surface. They don't looking actually at the entire iceberg and what is under the water and the entire football structure. They don't know, man, that it's just they don't know at the age of 21, 22, Insigne being in the bench for Napoli, not playing every game, not playing every game well. And Insigne slowly growing, becoming a player that plays Champions League, plays with Italy. There is examples, man. If they see Robben, age 21, they say this guy will never win anything. This guy will never win the Champions League. This guy will never be a top player. If they see, I've seen that the Chelsea supporter talking about Kevin De Bruyne and say, "Oh, this guy is not good enough. He's not a Chelsea material. This guy should go. It's never gonna be. We're not gonna win anything important with this guy."
And that's how you also sounding with CDK and freaking Adley.
CDK. CDK. I
But that's
complain
different.
about his personality.
Okay.
Personality. I'm not complaining about him not being able to stop the ball. I'm complaining about his personality, man. Here in this chat, in this live on chat, people are saying Salamakers does not know how to dribble a player, does not know how to take the man. I'm not complaining about. I'm not telling you CDK does not know how to take the man or does not know how to do a pass or things like that or runs like a headless chicken. I'm not saying these things. I'm saying the guy is not brave. The guy is scared to make decisions, to show up and be courage.
What about Adley? You saying Adley's not good enough? When you even say Balo Toure, it's not good enough. Like they're not Milan players. You use those same words, so don't be surprised now.
Yeah, and I'm right on that. I will be right on that.
But that you're right. But other places are the wrong. What about if you prove it wrong?
Because Salamakers has won the league title, playing 3,000 minutes in a season, and people are still telling me it's not good. And basically, they're telling me that Milan won the Serie A with 8 players in the pitch. Because they're telling me Diaz is shit, Salamakers is shit, Messias is a clown, Calabria is not good enough. So they're telling me that 6 players won the league by themselves. That's what they're telling me. And I'm trying to tell them, you guys are nuts thinking like this. That's what I'm trying to explain. Because the list I'm making are these players that played 2,000, 3,000 minutes in a season. Not Balotelli that play 5 games a season. That's the reality of things. I'm not. People are coming these lives, comes in this chat, and say to a guy that has played 2 seasons in a row with Milan, 3,000 minutes average a season, second place, Scudetto. They come here and they say, this guy is shit. We're not going anywhere with this guy. Dude, you started to watch football yesterday. You are a kid in my eyes. In front of my eyes, you're a kid. You don't know what football is. That's what I could say.
Damn!
And the same people want Adli to start. The same people that say Salamakers is shit, we're not going anywhere with him. The same people want Adli to start.
Not me. I'm defending both. Because I like all Milan players.
Not you, man. Not you. I'm talking about even the Twitter, man. Twitter accounts, when they do their best formations. Still, right now, when you see these guys on Twitter and they do the best formation, no one picks Salamakers, no one picks Diaz, no one picks Pobega. Everyone picking random players that Milan doesn't own. CDK is still there. Same players. No one picks Calabria. Everyone puts Kalulu in that right back. This is the thing.
Yo,
and I want to say something.
I want to
say something. Probably Rock is not watching. Rock is gone at this point.
He's on.
But I
rewatched. He's flying. He's on the plane.
Yeah.
Rock
He's on
is
a
getting
plane.
married. Mark is getting married.
Guys, Rock is getting married. Congratulations to Rock.
Congratulations, Rock.
He put a rock on
I
her
want to say
finger.
something to Rock. I watched the Napoli game again a few days ago, and I think I told you, Roy. Calabria never got dribbled by Vicha. Not once. I watched it again. Not once. Every
Actually,
time Vicha was good.
Prime Diaz helped him quite a lot. I mean,
No.
they defended as a unit.
Yeah. Diaz helped him a lot, but forget about Diaz helping him a lot. Every time Vicha was going on a 1v1 with Calabria, those moments, Calabria, I'm not saying stopped him, but forced him not to find the easy solution. So he never dribbled Calabria. He always went for the cross, he always went for the pass, or went wide. He never found that dribbling. He actually, Vicha dribbled twice Krunic, and I think another time, I think he dribbled Diaz, but never Calabria.
Why did
Calabria
Even why they're not giving Dest a chance? Why they're not giving Dest? Dest is really good. He's one of the good players, a Milan player
I know
right
you
there.
don't like him. I know you don't like him, man. Stop it. You're not gonna get fished in this one.
Yo, Laird is looking for smoke today, huh? Laird is always looking for smoke. That's what I like about
No,
him.
man. I'm right on these things, man. It's sad because I'm right.
Clint, did you really mean that about Dest? Actually, I don't know.
No, I didn't mean. I know Clint, man. I know Clint. It didn't mean. Clint hates Dest more than me, man.
It's nice.
No, I do. I'm just playing, bro. I hate that kid. He needs to go right the hell back where he's from. But I bet you we're gonna buy him. We're gonna buy this.
Shut up.
He's making a lot of money, dude.
Okay.
We're paying that guy $3 million. We're paying this guy $3 million this season.
We're paying like 60% of his salary, probably.
No, 100%. The deal was 100%. Yeah.
Okay, my God, that was such a wrong move from Maldini, man.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure people were joking when they said that Dest is a good player.
Dude, at the beginning of the season, there was people. I'm not gonna mention them.
That
on the WhatsApp chat.
Say their names.
On the WhatsApp chat.
Say their names.
The Dest with bench Messias and Selemakers.
Say their names.
I'm not saying their name
because
they've been quiet. They've been disappearing.
Please.
They've been ghosting the chat.
Oh, you're talking about Red John?
Yes. Red John. Oh my God, I got so mad when we got Dest. I got so mad. You know why?
He's
because
American.
Pioli,
he's our boy, dude.
Pioli has one problem. And this is something that Conte would not do, man. That's why I think Adli is not good enough, because Pioli gives a chance to everyone. Pioli is actually good. He gives a chance to everyone. A Conte, a big coach, will be telling Maldini, what the fuck you bring me? Guess what? This guy is never going to play, and I'm going to show you. This guy is never going to play because I didn't ask you this player. And that's what Conte does. Conte did that at Tottenham. They bought like a right wing from a championship at 21 years old, English right wing from the championship. Conte never played him. And actually went on an interview, he says, they asked him, why are you not playing this kid? He's pretty good. He had a great season. He's like, yeah, he's good, but it's not good enough. And it was a player I didn't ask for. He's a player that the club bought, not the player that I asked for, but probably will get a chance. He never gave him a chance. Top coaches, man, don't play players like Adli, Dest, Balotelli. They tell Maldini, this dude is never going to play. You did wrong bringing him. That's how big. Pioli is actually good. If Adli is not playing with Pioli, that means he's not good enough, because Pioli gives a chance to everyone.
I think that Ali is going to come through, guys. I don't know. I saw qualities in the kid. I just don't have an answer to this debate, to the Ali debate. I don't have an angle. So I'm just going to abstain from it and going to see what happens in the future.
Pioli, I think he said in an interview a year ago when through the end of the season, that some people don't talk to me anymore, and I played them. That was how's it called? Bakayoko. Bakayoko had a Kier or Bakayoko?
I don't know, but I just guessed Kier.
No, it was Bakayoko because he was not playing anymore. Bakayoko at the end of through the season, and he was like saying in an interview, "Oh, I love my group of players. They give everything. Some people don't talk to me anymore, but they still give everything in the training ground. And I'm sorry I cannot play everyone, and they don't understand my choices, but I have to make choices. Polite. But there is people that they clash with Pioli, and still he's playing Bakayoko this season. He's using him. He's still trying to keep him involved. By the way, I'm not saying that Adli's not good, by the way. Probably he needs maybe 1 or 2 seasons on loan to understand the Italian football, to understand the high press, whatever. I'm not saying
I wonder if you would say the same thing to CDK.
Well, CDK has the quality, man. I don't doubt the fact that CDK has the quality. See, on another side, Adli probably is more brave and has more courage than CDK. Probably Adli will shit the bed less than CDK than what he's doing now. But CDK is not a matter of sending him on loan and things like that. The guy needs to learn how to play in San Siro. Anyway, CDK probably the summer break will help him, as we see in other seasons. Some players come back different, with different mentality. There was a summer, the Pioli says, Krunic and Leao came different to the preseason. And we saw the season they had. So maybe CDK comes back in the preseason, had a completely changed, stronger, and then brings back the quality that he has. What am I saying? No, Chao played, man. The moment Pioli had to play Chao. He gave him a chance. It's not like Pioli does not give a chance. Pioli gave a chance to Chao. Chao played a lot of games few games in the beginning of the season and played more games. And by the way, man, Pioli probably saw a certain level of Chao in the first part of the season, and he saw another level of Chao in the second part of the season. And so it's like, okay, now this guy is good. I'm gonna start him. But Pioli gives chances, man. It's not like.
I have no question and no doubts. I just feel that he should figure out a way to somehow break those low block teams. That's all I feel that he needs to. I don't know how he does it, but I just feel that in such cases where there are low block teams that we face, I feel that rather than playing Pobega, he could give a chance to Adli. That's all I was saying. So that because we need some more creativity to open up the defense. That's all.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you'll
we
agree.
have a new entrance here. Oh, he's left. Sorry. No. Let's see. Maybe Hadley plays, guys. Maybe Hadley is like, shit, I want to play, and he plays. He trains well, and he plays some game. Just saying, be careful what you wish, because maybe we got 3-4 injuries, and he plays, and you guys are happy. Anyway, I don't think Pioli has a fault on these kids. Sometimes we just need to accept that Maldini or the management is bringing players that are too young or not ready enough yet to play for Milan, for the system. We can just accept that.
I think the decisions for hiring should not just be data-driven. I hope there are other factors that are being considered. In any case, Hadley was bought quite early. He was playing for a team, doing pretty okay. Was it Bordeaux? Yeah, and I believe even Bordeaux fans were a little shocked when Milan bought him because he wasn't such a special player. He was just doing okay. So, I mean, I'm not surprised if Pioli is not playing him, but I just feel that it's high time we start figuring out a way to break these low block teams. And if you're not doing that, then that's a problem.
One thing, for me, Adli is playing out of position. I think Adli is not a number 10 or a left wing, whatever Pioli is playing him. I don't think he's that player. I've seen him play left wing on some friendlies or number 10. He's not that player.
Actually, he's played all over the field in the attacking half. So I don't know what his best position is or what Pioli thinks it is. Maybe that's a problem. I think Pioli still hasn't figured out his best position, or even Adli himself is not sure why he should be playing.
I think
That
Adli is
was
a
the same
midfield.
case with Rafael Leao, right? I think he said he's best down center forward, and then he didn't click in the first year, even the second year, first half, and then left wing, he was doing much better.
Yeah, it's Adli is a midfield guy. He's not a number 10. He cannot bring that high press that Brahim Diaz or Benacer brings. Because Brahim Diaz and Benacer, they have that acceleration, short player, trying to grab the ball from you. I don't think Adli has that. Adli is more like he has more vision, so he needs to be in front of the defense or in that midfield. Good pass. He can do the game that Krunic does even better. So he should be in that position, close to Tonali. But Krunic maybe covers better the pitch than Adli. He's more connected with the other players, and when Calabria is out of position, he can cover Calabria. And maybe Adli does not do that well during the training, does not cover the pitch in a way Pioli is asking. Because Pioli is an Italian coach, you need to do the defensive side before to be good attacking. So if Adli maybe is amazing on crossing and passing ability, but when we don't have the ball, he does not cover his other players. Because being so fluid, moving around, even though our defenders go high on the press, the midfielder needs to be ready to cover them if they are out of position. So these are things that Pioli sees that we don't see in the training ground, and makes his decision. He thinks maybe Pobega does that, covers better the pitch. So I want a guy that covers better the pitch than a guy that has a better passing ability. That's the thing. And by the way, when you make this type of decision, most of the time it's flipping a coin. So you need to take you would love to have a player that does both of them. You would love to have an Adli that covers the pitch like Tonali and has the passing ability of Adli. That would be amazing. But sometimes you just need to pick one of them because your players are just one of the two.
I mean, you're playing Empoli, man. You're not playing a top of the half league team. It's not flipping a coin. It's either you play him or you don't, or you haven't figured out something yet. I don't think that's a flip of a coin at all.
No, but we played Salernitano. We played weak teams. We lost. We draw. We got goals. It's not so straightforward. Like, it's Empoli. Let's play attacking players. If you don't have balance, Empoli can punish you. Sometimes we didn't concede nothing because maybe we were really balanced and well positioned every time they got the ball. So that is important as well in football.
Hey, what's happened has happened. I just hope upcoming we do much better. I think I think a lot depends on the next game also. I just hope we're doing much better against Napoli. Another demolition of Napoli would be great.
Oh yeah.
And I love Krunic. He's like, I keep saying this. If my kid asked me who's the most underrated Milan player, I'd say Rade Krunic.
Yeah. Crazy though, huh? I never thought Krunic would be the player that he is.
And neither did I. I'm pretty sure nobody still cares about him. And guys are unsung hero. I mean, look at him, what he's doing. You just plug him anywhere and he plays so good in all his roles. How can a player be so versatile? I mean, every team should have a player like this if they were to be successful. I mean, a substitute like him who can even start a game. I mean, I still can't forget. You remember that free kick he had against Calgary? Or which team was it? That was insane.
Verona.
Oh my God, unbelievable free kick. I wish he pulled something like that up against Napoli. Oh, tight match. We're not getting a goal, and Krunic goes for this free kick. Oh, that's going to be an epic moment for him.
Yeah. I mean, that's No, man, I want to win strong against Napoli, not with the free kick on the 1-0.
Yeah, I agree.
I
And
want Krunic to be still the unsung hero on that game, and Leao get 3 goals.
so what
That's
is your
what I want.
lineup gonna be if you were playing? So there's no Osimhen. That's good news.
My lineup is Calabria, Kier, Tomori, Teo, Krunic, Tonali, Benacer number 10, Diaz right, Leao left, Giroud number 9.
Perfect. I
My
think that's
yeah, that's
I think
my
that's the lineup. I'm not sure. I think it should be Thiago or Kier because I mean I think
Ciao Kier. Knowing Pioli, he will go for experience, in my opinion.
I'm a little concerned. We haven't been doing well against Napoli at home. In fact, we've been doing the opposite. Even last season, we were better at Napoli in the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, and they were better
Yeah.
at San Siro.
Performance-wise, we played well though at San Siro. So I think we've been unlucky at San Siro. We had a lot of chances, man. Crossbar from Giroud, crossbar from Kalulu. I mean, fucking hell, man. I
How
remember
do you think
exactly
that?
how many chances.
How do you think that 4-0 dribbling is gonna impact them psychologically or our players psychologically? Like, how is it gonna play out in the UCL?
Oh, I think it's gonna be a killer for them because now they feel really insecure at the back. So they will not risk those fancy passes they were risking. They will feel really insecure. They will think 1 second more. You know, the midfielder, the good of a midfielder when they do that quick pass and breaks the lines, and they will not do that. They will not try that because they will feel scared to do
You
that.
know, the
And when
biggest
you
scare
don't feel
for us.
confident,
Do you know what's the biggest scare for us?
what is it?
I think the biggest scare for us is going to be the set pieces. We've been horrid at it, and even last time around when we drilled them 4-0, it was. I mean, they did get ample amount of opportunities from the crosses. They had like 10 corners, and they weren't able to convert them. But I feel that we should be a little more careful with them at the set pieces because if they get those corners again, I'm sure they are probably looking at this and they're like, hey, we had enough corners, we didn't convert them. They're going to come up with a plan to convert those corners because even if they had converted 2 out of the 10, damn, the game could have been a different game. And
Yeah, but it's San Siro. San Siro, they will attack less. I remember the first game at San Siro this season. They didn't create a chance for 25 minutes, like 0 chance. So
I mean, you know what's funny? I think they're going to come out all guns blazing in UCL because that's how it is. I mean, I think the team which comes out all guns blazing is going to be the winner in the San Siro. So I'm pretty sure they're going to come out all guns blazing, and I think we should do the same. I hope because it's San Siro, if you're going to ride on the back of our home crowd, then I bet we better use that home crowd advantage and go all guns, get those 3 goals, not 1, not 2, but we need 3. Because if we go at Naples and they're going to do the same. In fact, I feel they're going to do the same even in San Siro. So we'll have to
no,
defend well, but
I
also
don't think
counter well.
I don't think they will. They will be cautious. They will not go.
You know why I'm
all
basing
in on
this? Just
something.
look at the finals of the World Cup. I mean, just look at that. Argentina went all guns blazing. And they had no right to. In fact, they didn't have the right players to go all guns blazing. In fact, France should have been the one going all guns blazing. But look at Argentina. They had the will. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, if anything, history teaches a lesson. If Spalletti is a great coach, I mean, he can cement that greatness by learning from history.
Yeah, but listen. One thing is to tell your players to do it, and another thing is the players actually doing it. Because Spalletti can prepare the match and say we need to go all gun blazer, but you go inside and there's 70,000 Milanisti. There is an atmosphere. There is another team in front of you that actually is running more than you. That is more enthusiastic than you. He has more energy. He's covering the pitch better than you, and you want to do it, but you can't. People need to understand that yes, whatever the coach says, but you need to execute it. And what I'm telling you, that they will not be able to execute. They will not be able to execute it. They will not be able. And by the way, they lost 4-0, so every time they get the ball, they will have that fear that I cannot lose the ball. I need to be careful. These guys, if you lose the balls, go in a quick transition, a lot of thinking. I think they are in trouble. You will see that. Even if Spalletti will go and tell them, play the football you know, still they will not be able to execute it. So that's
So you're saying that the 4-0 dribbling has a negative psychological impact on Napoli's players and a very positive one on Milan.
It's super negative for Napoli because they conceded 4 goals on a game they didn't have 0. No reason to be scared or things like that. On a game that actually they will be scared because it's worth a big trophy, they will make more mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And Osimhen, they don't have Osimhen. In a difficult moment, you throw the ball to Osimhen and he will try to do something. They cannot do that. Physically, Raspadori is not stronger and faster than Tomori. Kier knows how to cover the pitch. I think we have a chance. We need just to make sure we don't fuck it up. Like we don't make mistakes. But Napoli will not be able in the first 20 minutes to do anything.
Not only do we not fuck it up, I believe we'll need ample amount of goals because if Osimhen is going to come back in the second leg, they will definitely get goals because Quara and Osimhen have a good teamwork going together. And I'm pretty sure they will back themselves if they see only 2 goals aggregate, 2-0 aggregate on the board, and they'll be like, hey, we can turn this around. I mean, if you're going to play first leg in San Siro, I believe we should like kill the game in the first leg itself. And we have a full strength squad. We cannot say the same when it comes to the second leg. We should take advantage of the full strength squad, kill the game first leg, and then focus on winning the 1 or 2 league games that we'll have in the upcoming week.
I mean, we need to win. That's the thing. If we win, we will succeed. Because I think if they open up at Napoli, they will concede a goal. They will leave spaces.
Agreed.
And I still think we are a better team than them. That we are not fighting for the league this season against them because we've been unlucky. No, because we are a better team than them. That's my opinion. We've been really unlucky this season, and they deserve all the points and all the success they're having in Serie A. But with the not such an unlucky season, we will be there fighting for the league against them.
I'm happy with top 4 this time. I'm actually concerned on landing the top 4. That's all I'm saying, because it's quite competitive. I think Lazio is doing well. Roma is fighting. Inter is going to continue fighting, because if they fail in securing top 4, it's going to be a disaster. So they'll probably be fighting till their end. So we pretty much in a rat race. You understand? Like we'll have to win it from the skin of our teeth. And what's worse is we're going to play a lot of low league teams, and they are so good at the low blocks that they seem to have figured out, how to keep Milan out of the box.
Yeah, but I would say to you, a low block is good when you don't create chances, but we created 6 clear chances, so they're not good at defending low
But we haven't finished them. Yeah.
Well, but that's not about them being good at defending low block. That's us not shooting properly in front of the goal. It's not. There are clear chances. I mean, the post. Florenzi is the post. The Diaz chance,
tomato.
the Tonali. If you're good at low block, Milan finished the game with 2 shots on target, 2 shots in total. I've seen games when the team is so good on low blocks that you don't create a chance. You need to cross the ball, get set pieces. They were not good. They gave us a lot of chances. We are good on low block teams. Just you need to take our chances. That's what happened when you don't have a 25 goal striker in your team. That's what happened.
And right back should be Calabria. Didn't you say? Right
Yeah.
back. Why not? I think Salamikas was having a great game. I hope he can do one more of that.
No,
Amazing
right
dribble
back.
pass.
Salamakis cannot play right back. Can play right wing, but not right back.
It's a little unfortunate that Kalulu is going to miss. Then we also got Florenzi.
Yeah, we're Florenzi back. So Florenzi will play a big part in the last 20 minutes, half an hour, because he will be on a 1v1 with Vicha on the final minutes of the game. And if we're winning 2-0, they will go to try to find a goal. So Florenzi will play a big part in the last 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be fit. Or Pioli can go with the 3 at the back and play Selemek as right wing and cover more if you're winning or if you get the results.
So what are the chances of getting past this round?
Well, they are quite high in my opinion because we're Milan.
Yeah, we got Milan DNA. Quite high meaning, what do you say? Like 50-50 chance?
Well, it's always 50-50 because the teams more or less at the same level. I think we're better, but so it's always 50-50.
So what's keeping you, or why are you so hesitant and saying that we got?
Because there is a lot of things that are not under our control. Referee decision.
Oh yeah.
Even like individual mistakes. Every player can have a bad day, no matter what form we are. A Hernandez, a Tomori, anyone. Tonali can do a bad pass. Anything can happen. The goalkeeper, Mike Magnan, hasn't made any mistake in the last 2 years. He can make a mistake. He's a human. There is a human error factor. So you can be organized and everything ready, prepared, and you can still make a mistake.
All right.
So these are things you need to consider. Other things are, I don't know, food poisoning, not sleeping well, not sleeping well the night before. It's a lot of things. It's endless things. So if it was just football, I would say Milan 70%, Napoli 30%. But there is a world behind that we don't know of things that happen that can influence the result of a game. Let's see, man. I'm really curious. I'm gonna close this live. Go to sleep.
Well, it was nice to have you guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Nice chat again.
Join the live more often, man. Always nice to talk to you.
Yeah, man. I wish I could. I was pretty free today. It was a nice Sunday. Got some time on hand. Saw you guys going live, so it was so nice to.
Where are you based? Where are you based?
Hey, man. I'm originally from India, but right now I'm in Denver. Doing my masters in. Yeah, I'm doing my masters here. So.
Oh, congratulations, man. How's it going?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, of course. Being a student from India, like I have to do well.
Oh yeah.
Masters in what?
I'm doing my information sciences, or it's also known as data science.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with your masters?
Hey man, I'll probably be looking for a data science job. So I wouldn't get a data science job straight away. So something entry level, maybe at a startup, or if I go in a big company, I'll have to look for something like a data engineering job, and then slowly work my way up. Either way, I'd be happy.
Oh yeah, man. Get an entry level, and you will grow anyway.
Definitely.
It's quicker to
Yes.
get an entry level and get a career inside of a company that actually stay outside and look for the perfect job. It's just
Exactly. I agree with you, and I'm a hustler. I'll figure it out.
yeah, it's gonna be fine, man.
So you guys from New Jersey, right? You, Roy, and everyone else.
No,
I'm in London, so
California.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rock is from New Jersey. Rock is from New Jersey. No. Who is from New Jersey? I don't know who's from.
I think Rock is. I don't know, man.
I'm not sure. Rock is in Philadelphia.
Is in
What?
Philly.
He's next to Antonio.
Yeah, it's not far from Antonio. But Denver is where is Denver? Is in the East
Denver
Coast
comes
or
in
the
the
West?
Midwest. It's a beautiful, beautiful city.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is very
Colorado.
beautiful. Yeah.
Colorado is very good.
People here are so rich, man.
Once I was in Colorado during a snowstorm, and I was stuck in Denver during a snowstorm. I was stuck there for a few days. You guys get some heavy snowstorms, man.
Oh yeah.
So it's up, it's north.
No.
No, it's pretty centrally located. It's right next to. I mean, it's damn, forget it. I don't know. I'm not good with geography. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's close
Nevada
the
to its
ocean.
west. It has Nevada to its west. I think
It's just a little north to the Texas state. Yeah, I think that should be easy.
Does
to
it
understand.
touch the ocean? No.
no.
No, man, it's pretty central.
Oh,
It's
it's
very
in the
dry.
middle. Now makes sense why it's cold. Okay. I guess
Yeah, people
there
here
is
got
the
a lot of
mountains
money.
over there.
It's a very nice state. Very beautiful.
Yeah,
Green.
mountains.
Yeah.
And people want to have their second home here. So a lot of money people, they have their second homes, big beautiful farms, or everything here, and then
Yeah. A lot of
you
Is,
got.
is your studies expensive? Did you win a scholarship?
Oh no, man, it's expensive. AF.
Oh, okay. No
Did I win
pressure.
a scholarship? I'm trying my best to get a scholarship.
It's a weed smoking state. They love their weed in Colorado.
Oh yeah, we love our weed.
It's like
That's good. Are you gonna stay in United States? Yeah, that's the objective.
That's the end game.
USA. USA. Come on, Lard. Say it with me. Say it with me, Lard.
USA. I'm a big fan of USA, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, my dream was to live in New York, but New York City.
Oh my God, New York.
I love New York City, man.
Oh, I can't do it.
What? My God, that place is so unlivable, man. It's like sirens every second.
That place is just.
Well, you've never been to London.
Oh, dude, I've been to London. It's you have no idea, but London is actually more infrastructurally advanced than New York. New York is lagging behind like 10 years.
New York is a mess, man. It's a mess.
That's why I like it, man. That's why I like the mess. The mess is
What?
It's like a can of sardines, New York.
no, it's not.
Now it feels like the grass is green
Dude,
on the other side.
First of all, for Americans, if you don't have like a backyard that is big like a football pitch or something, that is a small house. But for Europeans, New York is actually completely fine. It's the most European city in United States, I would say.
Yeah, it's basically it's New
No.
England.
Boston, New York, Philadelphia are quite European.
Boston looks very. I mean, I've been to London for like 3 days. That's it. London. I mean,
But I'm not
it
talking
reminded me of Boston more than any other city.
No, but forget about the architecture, which is quite American if you look at the skyscraper and everything. But the lifestyle is the lifestyle of a European city, you know? The subway, living in small apartments.
Yeah,
You know?
everybody is rude. Everybody hates each other.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody don't like each other. That's perfect. That's what I'm looking for.
Nah, I like the hippie West. But actually, my favorite.
I don't disagree. I don't
favorite
disagree. It's
state-
just my natural habitat.
My favorite state is
like New
actually
York.
Florida. Is my favorite state actually.
Hmm?
I like Florida.
Yeah. I think the lifestyle in Florida, California is way more healthier and much better than New York. It's just I like New York more than that the other lifestyle. I will enjoy myself in California or Florida for a month or two, or maybe short amount of time during the year. But the big chunk of my life, I would like to live it in a big city like New York, London, maybe Paris. I don't like LA, for example. LA is not my type of city. I've never been there, but I know what is it,
LA is like is very spread out. So LA
Yeah,
has a very big population, but unlike New York, it's very spread out, and it's the weather in LA is unbeatable. You cannot beat
oh
the
yeah.
weather. That's the
But you
fact.
have to drive everywhere. Like,
Uh, yeah, there's no real the public transportation in LA is not nowhere near like the East Coast towns.
and there is
So
no
yeah,
real connection with people. You don't meet random people. It's just everyone is
well,
in a
I don't think
car.
that's true. That's not true.
Everyone is in a car. Everyone.
No, 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 no. I gotta say, LA is pretty friendly actually. Actually, New York is more standoffish. But
I
Los
really.
Angeles, you can go out and everybody is friendly. Everybody is having
I really
fun.
I
like
mean,
my
that's with the
town.
whole West. I kind of find it awkward when I don't know why it is that when I first came here, people over here are just smiling at you when they look at you. I actually didn't get why they do that, and then I had to get a little culturally aligned, and then I realized, oh, it's just people trying to be nice. And like, does that
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
in other cities? No, that doesn't. Just in the
Here,
western half of the
right.
U.S.
Here, the culture is all about, hey, dude, what's up, bro?
Yeah, that's so fake, man. I couldn't stand it. If I walk outside and somebody randomly just say, "Oh, fuck off, man. Get
Exactly.
out of my way. I'm busy."
So you're
What is
perfect.
this?
So you're perfect for Los
You
Angeles.
don't
For
know me. What are you
so
bro me?
you're perfect for New York.
But by the way, I find people from New York really friendly, man. You never been in Europe. You never been to Paris or London.
My best
I've been to
friends.
Paris and London. Paris is so weird. People are demented. I feel like they talk to themselves. I've seen many people do that.
They,
But
they,
the city of Paris is the most beautiful city I have ever seen.
yeah, it's beautiful, but people are so rude in Paris, man. People are
I don't
list.
know. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just feel that French people in general are a little demented
I've never
altogether.
been. I've only been to
Nothing
the.
against them, but it's just
I've only
No,
been
no.
to the
weird.
airport. I've only been.
Actually, I'll tell you, French people are amazing. French
Really?
people are top. But
Oh yeah, wait, wait,
Paris,
wait till
people
you
that live
call
in
the food out.
Paris, people that live in Paris, ooh man, it's a city. It's a city. It's not about French
Well,
people.
I worked with a lot of French people, and they all seem nice.
Yeah, and probably people that live in Paris, if they leave Paris and they live in another city or another place, they will be nice again.
Maybe it's these big cities where people just are these big like congested cities. People get a little
I
bit.
think I think the problem Paris has that makes people really rude and really is the tourists. Paris has too many tourists. I see that pattern even Venice. Venice is beautiful, so many tourists, and Venetians are so rude with people. They are like, "Fuck you."
Venetians are, in general are quite even in their normal language. There's a lot of cuss words. There's a lot of blasphemy. Every second word is basically Ziokan. Ziokane.
Yeah, they're always
Zio
always upset with the tourists, but people from that region are actually nice and super friendly. They're really talkative, and but the
Yeah.
Venetians one, they just don't want to talk to you because they hate everyone.
Right, right.
Because there is people taking selfies, taking pictures around them, asking for information, and
I
they're
mean,
like, "Oh my god,
they live on water. Of course, they're pissed off.
yeah."
That's why they have tourists all day.
Lon-
Rome got.
London is London is for example, there is this thing that people from England thinks and says that Londoners are really rude and cold. They don't want to talk to you. They just wanna.
Hmm.
So because the people from north of England, they're really friendly, talkative, and like the people from south of Italy, northern side of Italy, people from south are really nice and
My experience in England was pretty good actually. I had a,
Yeah, same here.
Exactly, because the thing is that people that are, for example, Irish, Scottish people, or general immigrant in general in London, they are quite friendly. The Londoner, I think the proper Londoner, nah, they don't care. They're like, but that's fine, man. That's what I like about big cities, man. I prefer someone that is honestly rude to you than someone that is fakely polite with you.
Hey, you know what's funny? What if Milan goes to the final and Chelsea and Lad can get to watch the finals? Actually, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's in
Will
Istanbul,
you
man.
will you travel to Athens or something?
Ah,
Istanbul.
Istanbul? Where is it?
it's in
Istanbul.
Istanbul, so
Oh,
never been to Istanbul. So it's some. I've been actually to the airport, but never to the city.
Yeah, I've never been to Turkey.
And I had like 6 hours time to leave the airport and go and visit. And I told to myself, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna come back again to this city. I'm sure life is gonna bring me to Istanbul again. And
amen.
But you know what? I mean, honestly, in the U.S., like I've been in almost every single major city in this country. I've almost been in every state except for Alaska and Hawaii. I mean, I, I don't. I've not seen one place that I didn't like. To be honest with you,
Where are you from, Roy?
California.
Oh yeah, so you're pretty close to where I am.
Yeah,
Not too far, maybe a overnight
I've been
journey.
to Denver a bunch of times.
Really? How do you like this place?
I like it. I like it. I like Colorado. I've been
Yeah.
to Boulder, Denver, other places I can't remember.
I mean, I love the people here too. I
Thing
mean,
is,
they're so outgoing. That kind of rubs off on me. I actually went hiking for the first time just recently.
yeah. Oh, hiking there is beautiful, man. It's probably one of the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you got to have good the oxygen there. All right, Denver is high altitude, so
I
that's
mean,
why
that's
it's
not a
cold.
problem to me because where I'm from, like high altitude is not a problem at all. We are in
yeah.
high altitude all the time.
If you're not
My
used to
city,
it, you have to adapt.
yeah, my city, in fact, is a mile high city too. So I'm from the place where I'm in India. We are like I think 5,000 to 6,000 feet, which is
Oh
again
shit!
the same as Denver.
That's
Where is your place in India? Well, how's it called?
In India, I'm from Hyderabad. I'm not
Okay.
sure if you can pronounce that, but that's
Um,
actually one of the most advanced cities in India.
okay. Is it
Yeah, so
because India is massive? So where
yeah,
is it
it
located?
is.
Is it located close to the coast or in the middle, far away from the coast?
Actually, I'm a little more centrally located. It's
Okay.
in the Deccan Plateau. It's the southern part of India, which
Mm-hmm.
is which actually has a little less population compared to the northern half, so it's not too congested. And the city itself is one of the best cities in the country. So because I'm not saying it because I'm from there, because I mean the lifestyle, the people over there, they're pretty easygoing. We love a lot of tourists, and
Is
it's
the
got big companies.
is the weather more like you have the four seasons like I will say Europe, or is more like wild weather, like periods of
Um,
really dry and periods a lot of rain? How's
we
the
actually have
balance?
more like 2 seasons over there. It's either summer or it's the winter is not so
oh,
shitty.
it's like Wait, are you close to the? You can't be close to the equator. Are you close to the equator? No.
No,
No,
no. India
no,
is
India is
not
nowhere close to
close.
the
Right.
equator.
Yes.
You're on the same altitude as US, I think.
No, actually
Mm.
it's higher, but the city where I am from has the same altitude as Denver, so I have no issues with the
How come you
with the
guys don't have
oxygen.
cold weather?
I mean,
High
you have
altitude.
two you have two seasons: dry season and wet season, essentially.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we don't have snowfall from where I am from. So actually, I experienced my first snowfall when I was here. So that was amazing.
So that's such a weird situation because you are quite high in altitude, but you don't get snow. It's
Oh yeah, that's how Deccan Plateau is over in India, and
interesting.
yeah, it's a very diverse country, bro. It's like you put all your world in one country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the weather is hot or mild.
Hot, not very humid in the summers, and in the winters it's just slightly colder. I think it goes to about eight would be like. Do you follow degrees centigrade or Fahrenheit?
No, Celsius.
So degree centigrade would be like 40. Would be like 8 in the night.
Oh, that's good, man. That's
Yeah,
mild.
that's good. Yeah, in the winters though. Now in the summers it's like 40, 42.
That's the winter in Sicily.
What?
Man.
40
Yeah,
at
yeah.
night? At night?
Yeah, at night. 8
Yeah, but
degrees.
it's a dry heat.
40 at night.
40 a day in summers. Yeah, 40 degrees is what we experience. 30
At night, not at night, right?
Day, man.
Oh,
Okay, so in the day, it's in the summers, the day temperature goes to about 40 degrees, and the
It's
night temperature is around 30. In the winters, the night temperature usually goes to 8, and the day temperature goes to about 20.
No, man. It's basically Sicily.
Yeah, you could say so.
The weather of
I
Sicily.
think Sicily summers are so hot though.
No, 40 degrees. Summers goes 40 degrees, but actually
It does? Yeah, then it's
the
Sicily,
summer
but
in
without the
Sicily
humidity.
is not dry. That's the problem. It's humid.
Yeah, it's so that's what I said. It's Sicily without the humidity.
And humidity with the hot weather is a killer.
Yeah, that's a good thing that's not the case with my city. So
all right, guys, I gotta go. It was great talking to you guys. It was awesome. AJ, join us again. Like you
Good
can
luck
close
to-
it. When
Yeah,
you're done.
I'm gonna close it right now.
I
Thank you,
gotta
guys.
go. I have to do
Ciao.
some stuff.
See you. Ross.
Arrivederci. Ciao. Forza Milan. Forza Milan. And Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Forza lotta, vincerai. Napoli non...